Have your sports curiosity cured.
In game 5 with a fastball that's hit in the air to deep left field. Call of the track. First pitch of game 5. David Schneider in the George Springer shoes and doing a great impression. How about that? Ready for a first pitch fastball and an ambush to start game 5 of the play.
A veteran of the sports reporting game for over 25 years.
Dry settle, flashes around the auto. Blue Sox stay with it. Edmonton wins it 3-2 in overtime.
Breaking down Edmonton's favorite teams.
Punched in the very first pitch, and now Vlad Jr. hooks the ball down the left field line. To start game 5. 3 pitches in, 2-0 Toronto.
This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, here we go for Sol 533, Monday, November the 3rd. Hope everyone had a great weekend and a safe and happy Halloween on Friday night. It was a really, really tough weekend for Darnold Blue Jay fans and Jays. Oh, so hey, good morning, welcome to the Kevin Karius Show. On your AM radio dial, on your morning drive, work. And we're also on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Many platforms. I heard in app, for Canada, of course, game as well. And if you miss it, go catch up by searching where you find the podcasts. Apple, Spotify, Google, even Amazon. Just subscribe, select the auto download. You'll never miss any part of any show. Yeah. I mean, Friday night was tough. Saturday night was even tougher for Toronto Blue Jays fans. It still leaves a sour taste in your mouth, does it not? Also, we'll be busting down the Oilers' little quick 2-game road trip in St. Louis tonight to take on the Blues, and all of a sudden the Blues are a hot mess. They can't keep the puck out of their own net, allowing 4.17 goals a game. Jordan Binnington, if that's the Team Canada goaltender, man, he's got a lot of things to clean up here in the next couple of months. Tons of football and tons of everything. We got a lot to talk about here in the next 4 hours. And again, so glad you could spend some time with us. Let's welcome in our Monday and Friday co-host from 7 to 9, the former Grey Cup champion from 2015 and all-decade team on the D-line, Eddie Steele. Good morning, Eddie.
KK, how are you, baby?
Well, again, I mean, I'm probably like everyone, just so close. And I think so many people wanted to see the Jays win, not only just, on Friday, but then on Saturday, they had so many chances to win. And I think I've told our listeners we've had a good baseball chat, a group chat with some really guys that have been around and whatever. And, is this the top 5 World Series? Is it a top 3 World Series of all time? Is Game 7 the best Game 7 in World Series history? I mean,
where do you land?
I land on Game 7 for sure. Everyone has different eras. I think it's in the top 3. I mean, 91 between the Braves and Twins was great, that series. A lot of the people go back to 75 because of the epic Red Sox, and because you're talking about the Big Red Machine, and you're talking about the Red Sox and the curse of the Bambino and all that, and the Carlton Fisk home run, keeping it foul. It's just so many things, but the Jays had chances, and none more so than what we're going to talk. We're going to talk a lot about the 9th inning, and
yes,
you got loaded bases, and there's so many things that can be dissected.
Absolutely.
On that play.
Well, before we even get to the 9th, KK, I'm with you. This was a heck of a series. I mean, you even look back to Game 3 where it went all those extra innings.
They played 8 games.
The theatrics of this World Series final, it was awesome. And you had Toronto versus LA. It's funny. They talk David versus Goliath, but look at Toronto's payroll. Like
Yeah.
they're 5th in the league
Oh,
now.
yeah.
It's not like there's
Yeah.
some bottom feeder.
It's different, but the lineup that they threw out,
Absolutely.
it was around 80 million.
Absolutely.
For
It is
starters,
different.
not pitching. Starters, yeah.
But man, Toronto played well. And let's start with Bo. Let's
Yeah.
start with that hit in the third. Man, that
3-run
was,
home run.
oh boy.
Which now everyone wants to know, is Bo going to re-sign with the Jays? Does he test free agency? I think he's testing free agency. Not saying that he's not going to re-sign with Toronto.
Just kind of play the market.
Well, I mean, there's a few teams that need. He is the number 2 free agent.
Who is number 1?
Probably Kyle Tucker.
Okay.
And Chicago. I mean, that's where the Cubs could go after Bo and let Tucker go. That could easily happen. But there's other teams that could be interested in Bo Bichette as well. So I mean, why wouldn't you be? The guy should have led the league in hits had he not missed
One of the
season.
best hitters in ball.
Are you looking at a 7-year contract? Are you looking at an 8-year contract? The Jays got the money; they can pay him. But I mean, the whole thing, him and Vladdy trying to do this together, that tugs at you too.
It's pretty special, man.
So,
And
I mean, yeah. Sorry.
well, just coming up through everything, through minor ball, like it's special.
So I mean, some people have an 8-year contract. Some are looking at 7. You're looking anywhere between 190 million and 220 million, depending on if it's 7 or 8. But that's the ballpark that we're looking at there.
I hope he stays. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great. So 9th inning is the difference in this game. I mean, Hoffman comes in, and I mean, Rojas, he just started playing in the series, so he hits the home run. And what'd you think of Hoffman?
I like it, but I don't hang it on him, man.
No.
At all. These batters had so many opportunities, even before the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
So many opportunities with guys on base, guys in scoring position, and the Dodgers got out of those jams.
So, which I think a lot of people end up talking about the bottom of the 9th. The Jays have loaded bases, and a lot of people talk about IKF on third, and the lead that he had. Does he slide in head first? Does he not slide at all? Does he just run through? There's a lot to digest on how that play could have happened, starting with the lead. And the lead, in my mind, wasn't enough. In Whit Merrifield, who came, he was with the Jays and he played in the majors a long time. He said, well, no, he's doing what he's supposed to do. I get what Whit Merrifield's saying. He's doing what he's supposed to do in game 25, game 40 of the regular season, not game 7 of the World Series when it's 4-4 and you have a chance to win the game.
Absolutely.
And he only needs another 2 feet. I believe, and I had the numbers out here too, Eddie, I just got to find it. His primary lead was, they say, 7.8 feet. The following inning, Mookie Betts had a lead of 3.8 feet further.
Huh.
That's a yard. Just call it
That's
a yard.
A lot,
just call
man.
it a yard.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah. So I'm not saying he needed to be a yard and some more, IKF, but he needed a foot or 2.
And sport is a game of inches, KK.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Betts was his lead, but he was forced out at home. So think about that, So did he get off, at the crack of the bat enough?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's close, I mean, that's why you say you're right, Eddie. It's a game of inches and everything like that. I just think at that point, I'm disagreeing with Whit Merrifield because it's game 7 and you have a chance to win. Even if you get doubled off, well, you're still going to the top of the 10.
Yeah, and you got to be sharp in that moment. Like you got to be perfect. P's and Q's got to be all executed properly.
There's so many things. And things that we don't even talk about. A guy that breaks the record for most hits in a postseason,
Ernie,
and almost wins it with not for Andy Pajas in his play in center, running over Kiki Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys, they
coming in off the bench.
Yeah, but they were caught off guard. They were caught off guard because they were playing too shallow.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Ernie, that was so close. And let's just give some credit to the Jays defense. And Vladdy specifically, man, what this guy has done to his overall game to become not just a bat, but become a top-notch first baseman with his defensive play, KK.
Yeah.
He made a couple excellent plays in that game.
Yeah, when you think about Clement and the Jays have, again, Bo Bichette is like Clement's locked in here for I think 3 more years. To be honest with you,
What's Addison? Yeah, he'll be locked in.
Barger is. Let me just see.
Addison reminds me of like a fullback, man. He's a tank out there.
I can't find him for some reason. Anyway, I know like as far as free agents go, Chris Bassett's a free agent, Bo Bichette's a free agent, Max Scherzer's a free agent, and so is IKF. So I can't imagine them bringing IKF back at that salary he was at. He
was at like 9
take
roughly.
a big haircut. He was 7.5.
7.5. What's your thoughts on Max?
Well,
His game, and would you want to bring him back?
I would bring him back, but not at 15.5.
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
Thought he pitched well?
Yeah.
Did you think he pitched well?
I absolutely did. Barger, for some reason, he doesn't come up on my list. Maybe Donnie or someone can have a look at it. But I mean, all those guys like Barger, Lucas, and Schneider were like 750, 780, somewhere in there. You know,
Same with
that's exactly. You have. Hey, let's welcome in Donnie P, who was absolutely stunned on Saturday night. Were you stunned, Donnie?
I was stunned. Our post game show
Was
just-
more Jays.
it turned into the Jays. It was just all Jays pretty much the entire time. We barely talked about the Oilers game. We said, obviously, Evan Bouchard gets it done.
It's a
Yay.
one-off.
But who cares at the end of the day? Addison Barger, not a free agent until 2031.
31. Okay.
Good job, Donnie. Hey, did you, because you said in Specs Hit last week, if the Jays were playing on Saturday, did you end up going
I
to
never
the game?
went to see. I never even thought about going
Didn't
to the
even
game.
think of the Oilers, huh?
It wasn't even like, okay, should I go with maybe him and Han?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Didn't
even close.
Not even on the brain.
And I assume, and I'll be honest, I never even went to the Oilers game in between innings, like once it was 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Neither did I.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
I didn't know because the CFL game, Eddie, overran, right? I didn't watch any of that.
A little bit of it did. The ending.
So I didn't see that. I didn't know what happened there till after the Jays.
Me neither.
Eddie.
Some good games
Love
through
it.
CFL, man.
Yeah.
Some good games.
Yeah.
It was a good weekend.
So Calgary, and BC 33-30. Winnipeg had Montreal on the ropes there.
Yeah, they did. Montreal had Winnipeg dead to rights in that first half. It was an annihilation, but they let Winnipeg in it, man.
42-33. So we've got Montreal and Hamilton, and then the BC Lions travel to Saskatchewan. I just had to check the attendance in BC for the game, Eddie.
What was it?
Well, it wasn't.
What did we say? What was our argument?
You said, the argument was, it will be 30,000 for sure.
Yeah.
It was announced attendance, not actual. Announced. 26-3.
Dang. And you said what?
I said 25.
I think you said 25. Yeah.
Also, there was something going on in Montreal. I don't know what it was.
Transit strike.
So they had 19,000.
Yeah, I turned it on, man. I thought, wow, why is it so empty in the corners? But big transit strike. It's not an easy building to get to either.
How about the doofuses in Toronto that don't open up another hour for the subway or the transit there after the game and leave 30,000, 40,000 people out?
Thank you, Mayor.
Hanging.
Thank you, Mayor.
How stupid can you be?
Stupid is as stupid does, man.
Holy moly.
I'll call it by name. Olivia Chow. Terrible.
Olivia Chow. Attaboy, Eddie. Hey, even we talked about it over at K97. Harry texted in that wedge ball 2 inches higher on Friday night. And that scores a run. Okay. First of all, that scores a run, makes it 3-2. Barger probably stays on second, but you're not second and third, on Friday night. At least it's 3-2 and you're putting some heat on him.
I got to say, I'm impressed with the memory, Kevin. You can run back a whole game, man.
Who?
You.
No,
inning by inning.
No. I only did that because Harry texted in because we were talking about Saturday more.
Okay.
Yeah. Jason says IKF had to run through way faster than sliding. And then, the foot came up on Will Smith.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But he got it down.
Got it down. Yeah, it was the right call.
Yeah, it was the right call.
There's about 4 or 5 guys named Will Smith. Did you see that? There's like the last 8 or 9 World Series, Will Smith.
There's a Will Smith.
The pitcher's name that was in Texas, right,
Yeah.
Donnie?
Texas,
Smith.
Houston, I think it's 6 consecutive.
As someone in the biz, KK, what's your thoughts on what's his name post game saying, I don't care if I'm going to get flat. What are your thoughts?
I didn't like it.
Got to keep it professional, huh?
Oh, well, I would, but I mean, how about just say the Blue Jays had chances and didn't capitalize on their chances? How about this? I'm going to read it actually because I don't think he'd mind because I had Ed Hervey on Thursday. Did you
Yeah,
at the
I
very
caught it.
beginning?
Yeah.
And I said, Ed, have you caught the Blue Jays fever?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? I'm a Dodgers fan.
Compton, baby.
Yeah. Anyway, he sends me a text out on Saturday at 11:24 p.m.
Jeez.
How about those Dodgers?
Jeez.
And I go, and I mean, I'll take this from Ed, here. And I said, pretty lucky, Ed. And he responds, one team knows what it takes to win. The other rides a wave of emotion. Great series nonetheless.
See, and I was thinking that watching the Dodgers celebrate on the infield there at Rogers Center. And I thought this is just a team that's been there, done that. I don't care about the payroll. It's full of guys who know how to win. And look, they came and they took this win from Toronto.
It's my fault, but how about burying the lead here? Yoshi Yamamoto throws 96 pitches on Friday, comes back on Saturday, 34 on Game 7, picks up 2 wins in 24 hours, had another win earlier, 3 wins. I mean, insane performance.
It is insane.
Absolutely insane.
And Shohei is, dominant as he is, Shohei was, I'm not going to, he didn't take over the series by any means.
No. When we come back, we'll bust this down and maybe preview the Oilers and Blues a little bit with our usual leadoff man on a Monday morning. You hear him every day from 12 to 2 right here on Sports 1440. Alan Mitchell. Mark Spector will be with us at 8 o'clock. We got Tyler Drake from ArizonaSports.com, the Monday Nighter, and we'll talk a little NFL with Eddie because there was the Chicago-Cincinnati game. Wow.
Crazy.
That's bizarro world. And how about the reaction with all the guys after, because the game should be over. You got to just tackle the guy, right?
Man, Chase Young, boy.
Well,
he lit up his D.
Chase Young, and so did
or not
Jamar.
Chase.
Both did. Both did.
Jamar Chase and then Chase Young.
Both of them.
Yeah. No, is it Chase Young? No, Chase Brown. Sorry. Chase Young was the defensive end.
Yeah. So Tyler will tee up tonight's Monday Nighter. Donnie wins one of those games by the skin of his teeth that we picked on the weekend. Unbelievable. My bad luck just continues.
Just keep taking L's, man.
I think we're tied going in, Donnie. Do we have a tie? 2-2? Are we 2-2 after the weekend?
No, I think you're up 2-1.
Well, we picked 4 games, so that's pretty well impossible.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I totally forgot what
okay, well, what I'll do, Donnie, is I'll just skew it so I'm up 3-1. How does that sound? Yeah, I believe 3-1. Sorry. 3-1.
We all heard it 2-2.
We got Jensen Lewis from V's Live. Nobody better to bust down and put a little bow on the World Series than Jensen. And then Connor Halley from Fantasy Frenzy coming up in the 10 o'clock hour. When we come back, Alan Mitchell from the Lowdown with Low Tide on Sports 1440. It's Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele. We got Donnie P and Josh Fenwick in the studio. Presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Portions of this hour brought to you by Nectar.io, transforming field data, boardroom insights. Nectar.io is the all-in-one solution for your fleet, safety, time tracking, and materials management needs. Nectar.io, your business made better.
Just in time for the morning skate. This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 7:24 in Edmonton, just a couple of minutes late getting to our leadoff man on a Monday morning. I picture that song, like listening to that song, I picture Alan Mitchell driving down the highway outside of Maidstone, arm hanging out of the window, summer, combines are going.
He's heading to the battlefield.
Cigarette kind of hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Probably a road pop back in the day somehow.
Yeah. Oh, you know it, man.
Red cups or something, the solo cups. That's how I'm picturing.
Down to the Battlefords.
Yes, time for the Puck Report brought to you by Fountain Tire. Hey, quick heads up, it's tire changeover time. And right now at Fountain Tire, you can save up to 15% on select tires. It's the perfect excuse to get road ready and save a little cash. Check them out at fountaintire.com as we welcome in Alan Mitchell. You hear him daily, 12 to 2 right here on Sports 1440. The Lowdown with Low Tide. Good morning, Tide. Was I bang on with that assessment or not?
Pretty much. I would have been driving a 1967 Satellite Sebring Plus that had more actual steel in it than probably buildings do now. And I had to stop more often for oil than gas. I'll tell you that much right now.
Those were the days, right? When you filled up gas and you also put a quart of oil in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It got so bad I had to have like a box of quarts of oil in my trunk.
Yes. I know that feeling, Tide. I got so bad with my last car. I had to drive around with a 5-gallon jug in my trunk. Every time I gas up, man, I got to top up the oil.
And then you're not sure if it's leaking or burning or whatever. And it's probably both.
Yeah. And people say, well, why don't you just check the oil level? I'm like, no, I know it's down.
Yeah. Time for some new gaskets.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I love that car. I got in an accident at Millet. A guy fell asleep and hit me, and it was worth $200, but I loved it. I was very attached to that big old dumb car. That it was, I had a lot of good times in that car.
Yeah, no question. Wasn't good times for the Jays and Jays fans, Jays Nation. Tide. That was a tough one. I mean, they had opportunities. They were there, and they've executed so many times all season long. And they brought guys in, and they hit guys in. They played small ball. They would hit a home run or a double or something. And it was just one of those games where they left too many guys on base, especially in the ninth. But man, you're like everyone else. Everyone just wanted this so badly, and sure, the players did too, but man, the fans thought this one was really, really close. Tough one.
Yeah, it was. There was so many. I had I had just a dose of deja vu when Freeman hit the ball to the track just before Smith's home run. It reminded me of before Rick Monday hit his home run in '81. Ron Say hit a ball almost to the same spot off Steve Rogers, deep left field, and then Freeman did that, and I thought, well, they're seeing the ball. And then, he hung a slider and it went to the moon. Will Smith hit it like a long way. Yeah. And the problem was, the real problem was that, and this is why pitching is so important. The Dodgers had thrown everything at the Blue Jays, and they finally caught up and got a lead. And Yamamoto had enough gas. And 2 World Series in a row, the Dodgers have basically been down to their last pitcher, and they won it. And it just shows you that no matter how much pitching you think you have, you don't have enough. And I think the Jays, I'm not going to be critical of Schneider. I think the Jays had some guys in that bullpen that just weren't, reliable. And that's a lesson for next year. It's a hell of a team, though. And I agree with you, Kevin. I think the Jays were the better team. Doesn't help, but I think they should have won this series, honest to God.
Mm-hmm. They were tied. They were the better team. Unfortunately, though, that's why you play the game. And it's not fair. Sport's not fair. Life isn't fair. One thing that was really awesome to see, and this is a feel-good story throughout this series, throughout this season, Ernie Clement. Now, he set records tied throughout this World Series. What did you think watching Ernie Clement lay out the game that he laid, and how did that make you feel watching this story unfold?
Well, I think that was one of the keys for the Jays is they had guys who could make contact. And Clement is like, I think he had 30 hits, which is the record in the postseason. And he just was in that zone. The Jays had so many guys like that, like Alejandro, the catcher. He was hitting the ball like they could not get him out. I'm convinced the Dodgers had no idea how to get him out. And Barger played well. It was. I think Vladdy played not just with the bat, but with the footwork, the double play that they made. My God, there's so many great stories about this. Trey Savage, you got to be really encouraged for next year. I take heart sounds so empty today, but this is not a team to give up on. They have to make some changes. They're going to have to do some things with their pitching, and I don't think you can count on Springer to have a year that he just had. But that said, there was a great reveal of Savage, and I like a couple of the arms of the bullpen, but there's work to do. But my God, it's disappointing. I always say to people, I know how you feel, and sometimes you don't. You're just doing that to commiserate. But this was their Rick Monday moment. The Will Smith home run was pretty close, comparable to the Rick Monday home run, and I know how much it hurts because it still does. And the Rick Monday home run was 43 years ago.
Yeah, man, all bad memories here coming up today. It's too bad. But, we've been talking, and a lot of people have been talking, obviously, about, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa in the ninth inning tied in. I mean, he was doing what he was told, but what he was being told, to me, I think that's incorrect because of the situation and where they are. Where do you stand on this? You probably saw Whit Merrifield's comments saying that he's doing the right thing, but I disagree with Whit in the sense that, hey, this is Game 7, World Series. It's 4-4.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you stand on it, Tide. But
well, Dan Savorsky, who's a great writer with Fangraphs, wrote about how often who was the hitter at the plate at the time. He was talking about how often that player hit line drives to third base, and he'd done it once all year.
Varsho, maybe you're talking about?
It was Varsho. Varsho, the worry was you're going to line her to the third baseman and get caught off. And I think that if you look at the third baseman, Muncy for the Dodgers, if you're IKF, you should probably been about even with him, and he wasn't. He was farther back. And look, in the clear light of day afterwards, you are, it's okay to be critical, but understanding the player and the team and how many base running errors had occurred, I think that it's understandable. It's tragic, but it's understandable that he was timid on the base paths because so much had gone wrong, and of course, it bit them hard in that area too. And it was a close play. Oh my God, was it a close play? But it's a game of inches. That play will be remembered for a long time. The ninth inning home run is just, oh my gentle Lord, the ninth batter in the order hits it out. That's just pain.
Hurts.
Damn it, pain. World Series baseball is pain partly because every event is a single event, and every event is so memorable because of that. And big events that are single events and memorable last a lifetime. And so, the ninth inning home run, the Will Smith home run, the IKF running, the bullpen itself, the caught stealings, there's a lot you can unpack and go back and look at, and it's just pain. Yeah. I mean, I understand it. That's why I love baseball so much, is because as much pain as that is, if you'd won, the ecstasy is unparalleled, really. It's like winning Game 7 of a Stanley Cup final.
Man, there is nothing like sport.
Nope.
There is just nothing like sport, the way it can pull out the emotions. Now, you look online and you can find criticism of John Schneider all over the place. I personally think that he did quite a good job throughout the postseason, pulling the right strings. He's due to be his contract. He's going to be, I guess, a free agent as a coach. His contract expires, I believe, at the end of this year. It might even be, team option for 2026. So do you guys think there is a world where the Jays don't bring back John Schneider?
I don't.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
No, you've got to. Here's the thing: that they're look. A year ago, I was on the air, and Donovan was on the air, and we were doing our
Scary.
chat about, the Jays didn't do anything all winter. What a bunch of bums! They should fire the manager, fire the general manager. And this is a lesson for certainly for me and anybody who comments or online or has a radio show, is you don't know what you don't know. They didn't move a lot of bodies, and they had a brilliant dream season. So sometimes when you're really close, maybe it seems like you're terribly far away and will never get there. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the lesson, where the Jays didn't upset too much of the apple cart. And a lot of it, like Gausman pitched brilliantly this year. They made some really, really good moves. They really did, I have to say. But most of the team was intact, and most of the team played at a strong level. And they should have won the World Series, and they did not. And that's a damn shame.
Kind of reminds me of the Oil, man. Losing the past couple Stanley Cup finals to the team that is a dominant team. Not going to say they're cheaters with their cap, but LA, we all know what they do with their cap. Very similar to Florida. The parallels are similar to the Oilers and the Jays, man.
Because you got your heart ripped out.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I will say this, that, Major League Baseball has a lot of teams like the Pittsburgh Pirates who don't spend, any money at all. And the Cubs outfielder Tucker, he's going to end up being the next Los Angeles Dodger big signing. It'll happen this year.
I don't know.
And the Pirates, spend some money, you cheap bum. You got Paul Skeens, who's the best pitcher in baseball. He's going to win 10 games next year instead of 17 because the owner's too cheap to spend the money. The Dodgers, I will give them credit. They spend. And so do the Blue Jays, and so do the Mets, and there's some other teams that do. But there's a lot of teams, and I understand why Milwaukee doesn't, because they don't have the base to do it. But there's a lot of coast teams that either spend their money stupidly, like the Angels, or don't spend it at all. Mm-hmm. And Seattle finally got off their ass and started adding some hitters, and they damn near made it to the World Series this year. But I understand people get mad at the Dodgers, but I do respect the fact that they want to win. And I think other teams like the Pittsburgh Pirates should be called out.
Hey, Ty, just a quick comment about the Oilers right now, where they win on Saturday night in overtime, but now two games back-to-back tonight in St. Louis and then tomorrow in Dallas.
Well, I think they're coming around. Roslovic is starting to score. I think that they have some issues in terms of turning pucks over. I do think the goaltending needs to be stronger. The 5-on-5 needs to improve. Mangiapane's not helping McDavid at 5-on-5, but Hyman's coming back soon. They'll be fine. This is going to be a tough month, though, and by the end of this month, people will be upset because the road trip is long and they may not win as many games as you think they will. But I think that I think you're going to see a power forward and a goalie here at the deadline or before.
Well, and what's coming up on the big show today at noon, Tide?
Well, we'll have Rachel Dory on to talk about the
Rachel who?
No, I'm sorry, Rachel Krychak.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it! I got to get that right. And so she'll be on it at 12:40 today to talk Jays and Oilers and NHL in general, maybe some Olympics too. And then we'll have Jason Greger by to talk about interesting CFL weekend. I mean, Calgary, baby, I'm telling you, almost. So we'll talk about that and more coming up on the Lowdown at noon.
Hey, did you guys happen to see online that one meme where it was a guy pulling the mask off? It was a Blue Jays mask. And underneath it was the Leafs mask. Yeah. I love it.
Thanks, Tide. Have a good show, buddy.
All right, big advice. Yep.
That's Alan Mitchell. You hear him every day, 12 to 2 right here on Sports 1440 and the Puck Report. Brought to you by Fountain Tire. Hey, quick heads up. It's tire changeover time. The perfect excuse to get road ready. Save some cash, too. Check them out, fountaintire.com. I got that meme sent to me from a guy in Australia, Andrew Hamilton.
Hammer's kid. Yeah.
I'm like, Hammy, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're down in
Yeah,
Australia.
what you doing, man?
Let's go watch some Aussie rules football, buddy, or
Exactly.
something, eh?
I like
Leave us be
listening
up
to that
here.
commercial of his dad
Which one?
on here. Isn't his dad Al?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what?
You haven't heard it for prostate cancer or prostate?
I
something?
haven't. No.
Oh, his
Oh.
his voice is really like
Yeah.
that.
Hammy.
I like it.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's still one of my deepest, darkest moments. And well, I wasn't broadcasting. I was emceeing a gig in '98 or something like that, and Al Hamilton was there, and I was introducing him, and I go, "That great Al Hamilton, da 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 da," and you see his the banner hanging in Rexall, number 2, da 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 da. He gets up to the microphone. It's number 3. I'm like, oh man, I felt so stupid.
That's not a terrible one.
Oh, that's
though.
a bad one.
It's but you're
And
one
Wayne
number off.
Gretzky's number 97 hanging in. Come on now.
No, but it's worth saying like a name wrong.
Oh, that was bad. When we come back, we'll get to some open time. I think we'll talk a little football here. Lots of things in the NFL. I asked Eddie a question. He disagreed with me.
Thoroughly disagreed.
Thoroughly disagreed.
There's the tease.
And there it is. Eddie thoroughly disagreed with me.
But what could it be about?
Last night's Sunday night football game.
We'll find out.
That's coming up right after the break. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele, Donovan Paulson, and Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
More fruit?
Check.
Satisfying texture?
Check.
3 amazing new recipes?
Check, check, check.
Let Booster Juice bowl you over with something completely different. 3 new acai bowls, loaded with delicious toppings including bee pollen, cacao nibs, and shredded coconut. Piled high on top of a refreshing blend of authentic acai, straight from Brazil.
Spoon?
Check.
Booster Juice, Canada's original juice and acai bowl bar.
I'm Grant Fedork from Leading Edge Physiotherapy, and sadly, some people think orthotics are just glorified shoe cushions. But I've seen a runner drop 8 minutes off her marathon, a grandmother ditch her painkillers, and a 12-year-old nail her long jump, all thanks to custom foot orthotics. So if your feet are screaming for help, flat, high, or funky, that pain's heading to your knees, hips, even your lower back, our professionals will assess you and, if indicated, custom fabricate a pair of orthotics made just for you. Happy feet make a happy person. Feet shouldn't hurt. LeadingEdgePhysio.com.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
Looking for the perfect used ride? Now's the time. Drive away for as little as $25 bi-weekly. Go Auto has over 7,500 used vehicles in stock with something for everyone. From budget-friendly cars and road trip-ready SUVs to powerful work-ready trucks. With around 70 locations across Canada, your next vehicle is closer than you think. Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or buying for the first time, we've got the right ride at the right price. But don't wait. These deals won't stick around forever. Start shopping today at goauto.ca.
It's your last chance to grab tickets for the Jason Greger Pizza Pig Out, presented by GS Construction. Thursday, November 6th at the Canadian Ice House, indulge in unlimited pizza from amazing local pizzerias while you help raise some dough for Kids Sport. Then vote for your favorite slice to help crown the People's Choice Award winners. Tickets to join Edmonton's biggest and best adult pizza party are just $30. Head to jasongregerpizzapigout.com for more details and to buy tickets.
The job won't wait. Why should you? At AWS Welding Supplies and Repairs, conveniently located in Nisku, we've got everything you need to get it done. From product sales to servicing and calibrating machines, we're your one-stop shop. We're a proud, locally owned and operated business, committed to serving our community with a proven track record of customer service. Don't let a broken tool slow you down. We offer fast repairs and free same-day delivery of in-stock items to Leduc, Nisku, and South Edmonton. AWS Welding. We make it happen.
This hockey season, they're all in at Metal Supermarkets. They were even practicing the wave around the lunchroom table. Till Bob's soup splattered everywhere.
I'm so hungry.
Poor Bob. Oh, well, gotta love the passion. Speaking of which, their team is all in on cutting metal to your exact specifications. And fast. Metal Supermarkets, the local convenience stores for Southside, West End, metalsupermarkets.com.
At jackpotcity.net, you can do amazing things with just one casino chip. Discover a world of incredible casino games with over 500 high-quality online slot games, including the world-renowned progressive jackpot slot Mega Moolah. Play for free at jackpotcity.net and get treated as a VIP 24/7. So visit jackpotcity.net today on your tablet, laptop, or mobile. Jackpot City, a whole world of casino games. 18 plus. Please play responsibly. This is not a gambling website.
With over 30 years of sports experience, this is the Kevin Karius Show, brought to you by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
Our boy from up here.
What? Guy now. Yeah. All right, welcome back to the big program, 744 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele with you. We got Donnie P and Josh Fenwick in the Sports 1440 studios here at West Edmonton Mall. So glad you could spend some time with us here on a Monday morning. And we're not short of items to talk about. I mean, we busted down the Jays quite extensively here. A little bit of the CFL. And again, the Oilers are in action tonight against the St. Louis Blues. Oilers power plays humming along at 33.3%. That's number one in the league. St. Louis penalty kill, 69.7, 27th in the league. You don't have to be a rocket surgeon to figure out that might come into play tonight. And the Blues give up a mittful of goals right now. I don't know. I wonder what Team Canada.
I was just going to say that, KK. Yeah. What's Team Canada thinking with this goaltending situation?
Well, if you think about it, all three of the guys that they had on, Binnington, Hill, and Montembeault are abysmal this year so far.
So say a list of 5 guys. We got those 3. Who would be the other 2 on the list potentially?
Well, I think Stu Skinner's on the list.
Okay. Yeah, Donnie, I see you perk up. Who do you think?
Donnie's perking up. Hey, whoa.
Whoa. His eyes perked up.
Logan Thompson's probably at the top of the list.
Definitely my guy. Mackenzie Blackwood's going to need to show a little bit here after coming back off the injury, but Mackenzie Blackwood would probably be in that list. I think the reality right now is there's just not a ton of great Canadian goaltenders.
I mean, there isn't. You're right there, but there's guys that have an totally blank canvas here.
Yep.
For the next couple of months. Tristan Jarry, is one of them.
Wolf's American, right?
Yes. There's no one there, man.
No, I see you looking at that list, boy. I don't know if your roller on your mouse can go any further down. You're looking so far on the list.
41st, like in goaltending, goals against and everything.
And Darcy Kemper, sorry. That would be the last one.
He is 41st right now.
Yeah. Tough slugging.
Dustin Wolf is a California kid.
California.
Bad captain says Stu is not on the list. Come on now. He's using Eddie's line. Well, I think he's on the list right now, bad captain.
Rolling out
I think right now that list is extensive because I think there's a concern level. And I don't know if Binnington's going to play tonight, but keep an eye on Binnington tonight.
For sure.
Yeah. How about this text from Nails? Our buddy Nails down by Delburne. KK. We all may be surprised if Brandon, that's the Duke of Delburne, gets hitched up while he's gone in Cancun. What would be the odds there? Okay, Donnie and Eddie, are we looking at several million to 1?
Hey, the only way Duke's getting hitched is so some chick can get a green card. That's it.
If you went down there, Donnie, you and the Duke went down to Cancun, and the two of you ended up could you imagine in a serious relationship down there? and come look at even Josh just went, good God, like this. I mean, Eddie, you might be right on the green cards.
Seriously.
I'm right there with you. I don't think the odds would be too in his favor there, but yeah, it would be a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? Do you think Duke steps foot off of the resort?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? You think he leaves and goes into Mexico?
He will go off the resort. Yeah, because they'll go down to, like, say, a Senior Frogs or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's the place to be in Cancun.
Go down into, I mean, like, not on the strip in Cancun. Do you think he, like, goes and tours?
No. He goes to the strip.
Yeah, and that's
but he doesn't go.
He's not going
He's
around.
not going to the Museum of Modern Art in Tijuana here, Eddie.
Have you've been to Mexico a few times, eh?
Yeah.
Have you ever wandered around?
Yeah, like even we went last year in Cabo, and we went to where it's called the Mall Walk, the Art Walk, and it was about, I don't know, half an hour walk from the resort, but that's right in the heart. The one thing that I did remember about that is that there's probably a church there that could be 300 years old.
Cool.
Might be more.
Cool.
And people were packed to get in there because it's a religious experience for them to go to things like that. Like the steps were loaded. You couldn't get in. And I just ducked my head in there a little bit.
Of course.
Yeah. That wasn't even on a Sunday either, Eddie. I think
That's pretty neat, man. You, I bet you're the type of guy, man, you spend a couple days in Mexico and you wouldn't even look like a gringo anymore.
I'm an essay.
I know you, buddy. Hey, Holmes.
Essay. You know what's? I think I can get away with saying this. We went a couple years ago during. Well, it's true though, and I didn't know this until I got down there. Okay, you remember Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah, of course.
And what in Breaking Bad did you watch? Breaking. Okay, in Breaking Bad they called hey essay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was just like hey buddy. So because that's but I didn't. Then I found out really what it was between the people talking about to them each other, where they still say that amongst other.
It's like a black guy go, my brother, except a little differently.
Yes. So anyway, the guys down there, they were okay with it, and
that's pretty funny.
Once I found out down there, I was like, yeah.
You're so funny, man.
Oh man,
the stories I could honestly sit by a fire and listen to your stories.
These are
all night.
These are ones These are the easy ones. Eddie.
I know, man.
You haven't heard the good ones.
I just know. I know you now for 3 years, and the looks on your face, and I could just picture you, man.
Well, when I think I can say this, and then Josh and Donnie start laughing. So, hey, we got to get to our teaser, Eddie. So NFL, the Chicago-Cincy game was wild, but last night, in the Sunday nighter, Washington is getting the doors blown off them by Seattle, and I mean, holy cow, that wasn't even close. It was unreal.
Thumping.
7 minutes left. Jaden Daniels is still in at quarterback. Goes down, and did you watch the replay?
Yes, I did.
Okay, now this is his arm almost got ripped off. Okay?
Dislocated.
Well, yes, dislocated elbow. Didn't want to get carted off, which is great. He walked off, and I say, in a 38-7 game, why on earth is your star player the reason that you got to where you were last year in the game? I think he should have never been in the game with the score 38-7 with 7 minutes left. And you strongly disagree.
Yeah. How often do we see the backup go in just because you're getting, your butt kicked? Yeah, the door's blown off. I've been a part of these games on both sides. And it's not a common occurrence where the backup comes into play without an injury happening. Some coaching staff, sure, you'll want to roll him out, get him some reps, save your starter. I get your philosophy, KK. Believe me, I do. But I just totally disagree with it in the sense that you're going to take him out just because you're getting blown out. Hey, you're getting blown out. Why don't we try and find some rhythm on our offense with our starters so maybe heading into next week we can capture some of that rhythm that we found. The injury, it's going to take place. It's football. It's going to happen. Could happen on any play.
This is a guy that missed how many games already this year? Did not play last week.
3.
Yeah. So did not play last week. Not 100%. We know that
for sure.
This was a must-win game for Washington.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, now their season's over.
I believe 3-6 now. Yeah. And now, to your point, he was injured and battling some injuries, missed some time. Okay, maybe consider it. Maybe consider throwing the backup in to finish the game off. But I don't think that's part of Dan Quinn's MO. We know how he coaches. He's a pretty balls to the wall type of coach. He's a defensive coordinator coach. So he's like a raw energy, Dan Campbell style of coaching. And that's not a guy who really is going to throw the backups in.
Okay. What's different if say the score was 38-7 Washington? Is he in the game?
Good question. Good question.
He's not in the game.
Might not be.
No, he's not in the game.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm looking at it straight up, Eddie, on one thing or the other. Is it a W or is it an L? There's no way, no hope in hell that Washington was coming back even to make a game of that.
So by what you're saying is if it's a blowout either way, if you're the head coach, you're going to put backups in no matter what? If it's a blowout if you're up or if it's a blowout if you're down, you're just going to resort to backups?
Manage. I think you got to go, okay, this guy came in, wasn't 100% entering the game. I mean, he was on the injury report all week. Didn't play last week.
And you're not going to make up 31 points when there's 7 minutes left in the game. I get it.
Yeah.
I do get it. If the injury never occurred, it's not even a conversation, though, that he would have finished the game.
Absolutely not, but you're putting yourself in that position. I understand your points too, Eddie.
No, and I got you.
I'm looking at like the big picture. You're not coming back to make that game. I mean, if you were to get, they did get a touchdown shortly after he left.
Thankfully, in all of this, I've read reports that it's not as serious as they initially thought, and it's only going to be a couple weeks he misses. But boy, the way that elbow popped out, man, from the back, ooh, yeesh.
Like
could see it.
Yeah, you could see
it all.
You can see, like if you like a pressure point and it gets white.
And yes,
that's like
the bone looked like a little bum. The way it had that.
I was thinking armed robbery.
It's like, oh, you dirty you.
Top of the hour, we got Mark Spector from Rogers Sportsnet. Before that time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Nectar.io. Transforming field data into boardroom insights, Nectar.io is the all-in-one solution for your fleet safety, time tracking, and materials management needs. Nectar.io, your business made better. Here's Donnie P.
Well played.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
NHL action from last night. The Lightning doubled up on the Mammoth 4-2. The Islanders edged out the Blue Jackets, 3-2. The Flames taking down the Flyers 2-1. There's the Ducks over the Devils 4-1. And the Red Wings, they beat the Sharks 3-2 in a shootout. NFL action from last night. The Chiefs, they fell to the Bills 28-21. The Bears beating up on the Bengals 47-42. The Jags taking down the Raiders in OT. The Steelers handing their Colts the second loss of their season. And the Dolphins, they're trading edge Jalen Phillips to the Eagles for a third-round pick on the hard court. The Raps won over the Grizzlies 117-104. The Heat, they lost to the Lakers. And the Thunder, they took down the Pelicans. Coming up right after the break, it's Sportsnet's Mark Spector. I'm Donovan Paulson. That's your Sports 1440 update.
Oh, your business made better.
Game day sauce.
Buddy, quit rolling up to the bar and looking like it's grade 9 grad and you're wearing your dad's old work suit. Do yourself a favor and call Game Day Suits.
Game Day Suits is Alberta-based and makes fully customizable, made-to-order suits. Perfect for hockey teams, wedding parties, or even the office crew. Book your free consultation at GameDaySuits.ca.
I'm rocking one right now. I look deadly.
You know they can't see you, right?
Okay, Mr. Announcer, you want to go, tough guy?
Game day sauce.
A veteran of the Edmonton sports scene for over 3 decades, the Kevin Karius Show, powered by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program, 801 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele with you on a Monday morning. We got Josh Fenwick and Donnie P also in the studio here at Stingray Studios at West Edmonton Mall. And time now for On the Mark, brought to you by Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC, where they have 0% financing for up to 84 months on half-ton trucks right now. 0%. Can that even be possible? Well, even old Mikey Lowe had to read it twice. He told me to read it twice as well. Go find out for yourself. Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC, as we welcome in Mark Spector from Rogers Sportsnet. Good morning, Spec.
Hey, what's going on, Kev? How's the weekend? Watch any baseball this weekend or no?
Yeah, well, the guys, Eddie kind of threw it at me about if the game 6 doesn't go the Jays' way, are you going to the Oilers game on Saturday night? And I said, not a chance.
Well, we had talked about this on Friday.
Talked about it on Friday, yeah. Yep. So, nope, not a chance I was going.
And what were you doing, Spec? You were up in the press box watching on the Jumbotron or what?
No. My boss made me a deal. He said if I could write an extra piece on Sunday and not go to the game Saturday. If the Jays played. If the Jays had a game 7, my boss said I still watch it, but then write something Sunday. So I've just got something filed.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
so
nice.
I watched the whole game, every pitch, like everybody else did.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough one. There, like every game in every sport, when you're winning a championship, comes down to a half dozen plays, sometimes even less, and that was the case on game number 7. I mean, the Jays had opportunities, Spec, but maybe. Hey, a lot of people talking about the IKF thing on third base. Where do you stand on that?
A lot of people are looking for some reason, right? When you're a runner on third base and the bases are loaded and you're in a forced situation, you can't stray too far from the base. I'm not saying you try to get the best lead you can, but if it's a line drive, you don't want to get doubled off. Or then people say, "What an idiot, you got doubled off." So that's the first thing. It's a ground ball to was it to short?
No, to second.
Second came straight home with it. Oh, no one's getting home on that play, on a forced play. It wasn't even particularly a close play at home plate. It wasn't. Like, if that play happened at first, would we be yelling at a guy for not running fast enough? That's a total hoax. It's got nothing to do with nothing. The guy made the right play. Sure, could he have gambled and had a 20-foot lead? Yeah. And then if he got thrown out, then what happens? Now we're sitting here talking this morning about what a lousy base runner he is. So he did what base runners do. He took the best lead he could. The guy didn't get the right hit. You want to blame someone, blame the guy who can't punch it through a drawn-in infield, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm leaning a little bit the other way, Spec. Honestly, because I just looked at some numbers, and again, the following inning, Mookie Betts had a lead that was a lot longer. He got thrown out at home as well. But I'm not saying
there you go.
It was a different hit, different thing. But I'm not saying IKF should have had a monster lead, but a couple of feet more. And also, do you think, because a lot of our texters and a lot of the people yesterday, Spec, were saying that he shouldn't have slid in. He maybe should have dove head first or just continued running.
I don't play those games, boys.
Okay.
You know what? I don't play those games.
I feel you.
It's happening in real time. I read a guy on Twitter saying what he should have known is that the hitter only hits line. Was it Varsho at the plate? Who hit that ball?
Varsho hit the ball.
Yeah. So he said, like someone said, you know, a pro ball player, Whit Merrifield, said what I just said is you don't take too big a lead because if it's a liner, you're out, right, on a line drive.
I get that spec. I get it. This is game 7 of the World Series here.
Doesn't matter. The game's a game.
It's 4-4.
The game's a game.
Game 7. I read what Whit Merrifield said too, Spec.
Yeah.
And I agree with him when it's game 42 of the regular season.
Doesn't matter. You don't play the game different. You don't play the game different just because it's the last out compared to how you play it in May. You did when you're a runner on third base, you stand in foul territory. So if a line drive hits you, it's a foul ball. You're not out. That doesn't change from May till November, right? You take a proper lead in May, you take a proper lead in November. You don't change how you play the game because now we're in November. You play it the same way, right? It's up to Varsho to hit a fly ball. It's up to Varsho to get a ball through the infield. Right? It's not up to the runner to beat out a ground ball to second base that you couldn't beat out in May, June, July, August, September, or October, but now in November you're supposed to.
Hey,
that's
I'll
just
give you
a bunch of people looking for an excuse why their team lost. I can give you 7 things that happened that were more crucial to that loss than that play right there.
Well, I don't. Again, Varsho, he has he lined out to third base before once in his life.
Like that's what I was going to say is
when Varsho doesn't hit the ball to the left side of the infield or the left part of the outfield. He's a dead pull hitter.
I guess. Sorry, boys. You're not going to convince me that you know. I mean, yeah, like I say, if he'd have done it, if he'd have taken a real big lead, sure. What if Varsho swings and misses and he gets thrown? You know, the catcher throws him out at third base, picks him off. Like, you know, you guys, when you have a drawn in infield, when you have a man on third with less than 2 out, it's up to the hitter to get a ball through the infield, to hit a ball to the outfield. That's what it's up to him to do. That's the job that needs to get done on the baseball field. It's not about a guy having an extra 2-foot lead. So when the hitter doesn't get the job done, he's still going to be safe. The job is in the hand of the hitter, and the hitter didn't get the job done. Don't start looking around to blame other guys for it.
Eddie, you got anything to add here?
Ooh, hey, Evan Bouchard scored a goal this weekend, huh, guys?
Right?
So how are we feeling about that? How are we feeling about the oil? I mean, with the Jays, I don't know ball like you guys know ball. I can't get into it back and forth. Oh, I agree with you, Spec. Like, when I'm watching the game, that play is not the determining factor for me. There was chances throughout the game where runners were left on bags and they couldn't do anything with it in scoring position. Those were the opportunities that lost the game for them, not IKF in how far he was leading off.
Yeah, I thought the biggest one, like if we're going to rank missed opportunities, and the Jays had lots, you know, you're going to leave guys on base in the 2nd and 5th and 6th. It's going to happen during a baseball game. It's just the way it is. I thought the one, to me, if we're ranking times that they should have clinched a ball game, was in the 8th inning when they had a leadoff double. Was it Ernie Clement had a leadoff double in the 8th, bottom 8? They're up by 1, and they had a chance. They had a leadoff double. Then they put a man on third, I believe, with 1 out. They moved him over.
So happened?
You got a chance to get the insurance run that probably would have held up. And to me, that's where they blew it. That was a fairly fundamental bit of baseball to get that run in. They couldn't pull it off.
Okay, you talk about that. What you're saying there, that's the Jimenez line out to third. That's the line out to third that you're talking about.
Can barely even remember so much happened in that game. Is that what happened in the 8th? Yeah.
So yeah, Jimenez comes up and he almost looks like he's going to bunt. Okay, he pulls it back.
Oh yeah, that's right. He fakes the bunt and then he hits the line drive right at him.
Now that is lucky for
sure
Mutz to be right where he is.
Luck.
Yep,
pure luck.
So
bad luck for the Jays. A guy makes great contact and doesn't get through. That's the sport, boys.
Sports.
Sometimes you rip a ball at 107 exit velocity. It goes right at the guy and you're out. Sometimes you hit a ball about 30 miles an hour or a swinging bunt and you're on. Like, that's just how the sport works. It doesn't mean it's someone's fault. There's no fault here, right?
I don't mean it to sound like it's 100% on IKF here. I've never all morning said that, Spec. Again, it's one of a half dozen plays where the outcome of the game is decided.
Yep. I totally agree. But if you're telling me that that's a big, important play, and we'll agree on that, and if you're telling me that somebody didn't get their job done, and we'll agree on that, it's Varsho that didn't get the job done, right? It's the hitter at the plate that didn't get the job done. And this isn't me blaming Varsho for the loss. There's 7 other instances in that game where they could have piled some runs up. But in that moment, the job is in the hands of the hitter, Varsho, and he doesn't get the job done. And that's one of the reasons why you don't win. That's all. It's a shame. It's too bad. He's a good player, but he didn't get the job done that time.
Let's switch to the Oilers tonight, Spec. In St. Louis and then Dallas tomorrow. So it's a quick back-to-backer. We'll see Stu Skinner in one of these games. We were talking about the state of goaltending right now for the Canadian Olympic team brass and where direction they're going. I mean, this is I don't think anyone expected that like Bennington has totally lost it. I mean, the best goalie right now is Logan Thompson. Is that fair to say?
Oh, sure. Sure.
You want to go down that road, though, where Team Brass said, I don't know if we want to have this guy around.
I mean, I think this is why we have a couple more months to make this decision. Montembeault, I'm not sure he's the best goalie on his team. Probably Logan Thompson's the best guy right now at this moment. I'm not sure about Bennington. I haven't watched enough St. Louis. I know their team has not been any good at all, and they're not scoring. So often we listen. I think Stu Skinner is the ultimate example of a guy that when the team plays well, he tends to play well. When the team's no good, he doesn't save enough games for you. I think we'd all agree on that. If Bennington's playing behind a last place team, it's awfully hard to judge the goalies. So let's give it a couple months. But I'll tell you what, that whole goaltending situation is a little bit shaky.
They're concerned. I mean, the brass would be going, okay. I mean, the Americans could start 4 guys. And we don't even know who our number 1 is right now.
Okay, but you know what? Like, let's not panic. I tell you this: the great Connor Hellebuck, right? Who was better in overtime in the Four Nations, Four Nation face-off. Bennington made a couple huge saves on Matthews, and McDavid blew one past Hellebuck. So, you know what? Let's just chikai on this a little bit, boys. Our goaltendings, we'll find a guy. Canada finds a guy. I'm not worried about it.
You heard that, Kevin? Chikai. Come on now. Hey, fellas, I just checked the standings in the Pacific Division. I was shocked because I haven't looked in a couple of weeks now. Anaheim Ducks sitting first atop the division, 7-3-1. Is that surprising to you, boys?
Oh boy. You think? Good. Like, it's good. Let's get some turnover. I'm happy to see that. Like, Chicago's become a little bit more competitive here. Hey, Kev, it looks like they've taken a bit of a step. Anaheim, same boat. Like, they've been a loser for a few years. I thought they took a step last year. They became a lot harder to beat. And it's continuing this season under Quenneville. Quenneville's a good coach. He's going to figure that team out. Even San Jose, at least they got their offense going. They're scoring goals. So I'm tired of the same teams being at the bottom all the time. Let's flip some stuff around here.
Well, St. Louis is at the bottom right now with Calgary, even though the Flames did get a victory last night. Looking forward to this Oilers game. And then tomorrow in Dallas, I mean, that's, kind of Glenn Gulletson was here for a long time.
Yeah.
And now Dallas, the head coach there, that'll be an interesting night as well.
Well, you know what? I should look this up. I feel like the Oilers haven't won a lot of regular season games in Dallas in the last few years. I might be wrong. I don't feel like they've won a lot down there. It's a hard place to win. They often go there in this exact situation, back to back with a lot of flying involved, and Dallas is good. But you know what, boys? When it matters, the Oilers beat the Stars down there fairly regularly. So that's kind of what counts, isn't it?
How was Halloween, Spec? Did you do anything? Like, did you get anything? Like, because you were at the lake, right, or what?
Yes. No, it was a baseball night, Halloween. So yeah, no. It was.
Thanks for
Listen,
the
I did
Thanks
I did
again.
what everybody did this weekend. I spent my whole time watching baseball, and now I'm sad and sour that it's over. Unrewarded.
And I said to Eddie, I mean, we were almost 15 minutes into the show, and I said, sorry for burying the lead here, but how about Yoshi Yamamoto spec? So he throws Friday, Saturday gets 3 wins. I mean, unreal.
Yeah, unreal. Like, you know what? That's the Dodgers they were the favorite. In the end, were they the better team? Don't tell me anyone's a better team when we go extras in game 7. No one's better, right? They're clearly as equal as possible. And they just had a couple heroes like Mookie Betts. I remember saying on Friday, boy, this Mookie Betts' slump has to last through the weekend, and the Jays are going to be great. Well, guess what? He found a way to get a hit when they needed him the most. Yamamoto was unbelievable. Like, what's this guy's arm made of? Holy cow.
Yeah.
And Hoffman, as great as, Hoffman's had a hell of a playoff, but those home runs he was giving up in the regular season, boom, Rojas hits him for one in the 9th, right?
There's so many stories. Like, I mean, we never even mentioned again Ernie Clement, 30 hits in the postseason.
Or their MVP, Vlad, growing up in front of our eyes.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you just wish it had a different ending. That's all. It was a pretty good run. Other than that, tons of fun. Brought the country together. I mean, people watching that game from coast to coast, it was fun. It was great. You just wish we were celebrating it this morning, but what are you going to say? I think people in Edmonton know this feeling, don't we?
Wow. That's the other parallel Eddie made. It's the same thing.
It's exact same
stings.
thing.
It stings. It hurts. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Spec
kind of like this show, Kev, leaves me with a sour taste in my mouth,
Dang.
Well, it might have something to do with the 84 craft beer you had on the weekend.
Brush your teeth, Spec.
Hey, speaking of that, on Halloween night at Connor's house, so he was giving out candy plus toothbrushes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Just looking out for the kids.
Wow, that's nice.
Eat
Yeah.
candy, but brush your teeth.
I guess things change when you become a dad, huh?
Oh, I get.
Yeah, it becomes a little more responsible.
You say so, Eddie. I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever. All right, Spec. Thanks, man.
All right, boys. Have a good day.
It's Mark Spector from Rogers Sportsnet. On the Mark, brought to you by Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC, powered by Northgate. This truck's for you. All right. We'll talk a little maybe football. We got in or out coming up at 8:40. Are you fired up? As Donnie P, have you got the lineup for in or out, Donnie?
Just tweaking the final
I see.
question.
Old Joshy boy, your Raptors won last night, or yesterday? When was the game? Night or late afternoon? Beat Memphis 117-104. RJ Barrett.
He's
at 27. He's having a great start to the year.
He's having a great year so far.
Yeah.
Hoping they can string some more of these wins together here.
Mm-hmm.
They got Toronto fans. They got eyes locked in on everyone that's not the Jays now. So the Raptors got to live up to a little something. I believe they're tied. They're 11th in the Eastern Conference right now.
Well,
not great. It's pretty weak.
They're going to be. I think they're like a win 3, lose 4 team every 7-game segment. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Yeah, there you go. See?
There you go. Yeah. The notorious BI3 needs to get it together though. Needs some consistency over there.
Hey, also too, Eddie, I don't know if you noticed yesterday. Well, again, it's harder with NFL, but the Oil Kings played at home to Swift Current, 184, but she was a slugfest.
Was it?
I think they had 110 or 120 minutes in penalties.
Really? Hey,
old Dinger's boy got in a scrap.
Nice.
Sawyer Dingman, I think it is.
Swift Current, they got a pretty tough team, don't they?
I don't know. I mean, but I think both coaches got tossed.
Oh, I love it.
I was trying to find some literature on it last night, but they don't really report on stuff like that.
No, that stuff they try and sweep under the rug.
So anyway, I think it was a bit of a brouhaha.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. When we come back, we'll get to some of your texts, 833-401-1440. A lot about the Jays and what happened, and also some NFL. And I have to read a little, they call it, it could be the lead line. It could be just under the byline of a pretty good reporter out of Washington that did an article this morning regarding last night's Sunday night football game. That's coming up. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele. Donnie P and
Get
Josh
outta
Fenwick
here,
on Sports
man.
1440, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube and X.
This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, a proud presentation of Sports Select.
In store or online at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program. Coming up to 8:23 in Edmonton. A lot of texts rolling in at 833-401-1440. Our little hot conversation with Mark Spector. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele with you. Lots of both sides. I mean, seeing this. But again, it's one play out of a half dozen. And, you know, you can go back to the home run that Hoffman gave up in the ninth, and you're 2 outs away.
And you can do this with any play, right? In sports, like you can pick and choose the plays that, you know, count.
Mm-hmm.
But
the Kevin Karius Show is presented by Sports Select. Get in on the action with hockey. We got Monday Night Football. We got Arizona, Dallas tonight. Bet on the original at sportselect.com. It's 100% legal. It must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly. Jaden Daniels hurt last night. Article coming in from beat writer David Aldridge. Covers the Commanders. Well, they talk about how gut-wrenching it is. And Aldridge says he should have been on the sidelines. Quinn, head coach Quinn says, I mean, obviously, the hindsight, you don't want to think that way, that an injury could take place. But here's his point, and that's what I'm getting at. Quinn, Adam Peters, Josh Harris all know how Jaden Daniels is wired. This is from the writer, Aldridge. He puts on a uniform. He's going to try to ball out. It's how he won the Heisman. It's how he played during an electric rookie season. It's why Washington took him second overall in the draft. But the entire organization now has to have a serious, sober discussion about how to help Daniels get through the rest of his career. And that's taken off and running and things like that. But again, Eddie, I am 100% on board with you about, and I would know nothing about this because I've never been in a position like you, how players are wired, how players will go to do anything to stay in the game, to be a part of the game, to be a contributor.
Well, and you just even see it with guys who are injured. Michael Heck, defensive lineman for the Bills or linebacker, pops his Achilles, refuses to go to the locker room just because he wants to be out there. It's hard to explain, and it's not just a competitiveness. It's not. It's almost like when you're hurt, you're letting your brothers down, even though it's not your fault, and you want to be out there with them.
Okay, I cannot agree with you 100% more. But that's now where it comes up to all the guys that the writers speaking to, most notably Dan Quinn. It's his job to go, Jaden, sorry, 7 minutes left. We'll go watch some film tomorrow. We just can't. It makes no sense for you to be out there.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong here, KK. And we hear this phrase so often in sport, especially with physical sports, where coaches need to protect the players from themselves. Because the player, you have blinders on, KK. You don't, coach, I'm hurt. Tape it up. Let me get out there as fast as possible. That's all that matters, is trying to get back out there as fast as possible. Right? So,
but in a game where maybe you're down by 2 scores.
Yeah.
In a game maybe where you're down by 2 scores.
It's different. Or even more than 2 scores.
Well,
look,
that's what I'm saying. Like at that point, at 7 minutes left, well, he's in the game 100% of the time.
I get it, KK. I totally get your side of it. I do. And it's not wrong. It's not wrong. You're like, there is some absolute validity to maybe the backup should have been in when you're down 38-7. But as players, man, good luck taking me out of the game, especially where a quarterback is so numbers driven. Your production is like, everybody bases everything off your production. So if you can stat pad those numbers even a bit, guys don't want to say it out loud, but it's a real thing. If we have a bad loss, at least you can go to this box score and say, hey, my game wasn't that terrible.
You brought up the point, I think, in between breaks about Indy and the Colts. So they lose 27-20 in Pittsburgh. Is this the Daniel Jones that everyone thought was going to be coming into the season? Had the 3 turnovers? Or is it just a 1 game? Or is it the fact that finally, like, Pittsburgh's defense said, enough's enough here?
That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
I'm with the defense stepping up and slowing down Jonathan Taylor. You've heard me say this so often on this program, especially in relation to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. If you can stop that run game in Brady Oliveira, it forces so much stress on the pass if you keep them on 2nd and long. Well, in the NFL, if you can take away one of the best running backs, Jonathan Taylor, make Daniel Jones be one-dimensional and have to pass, make him be a passer and not live in 2nd, 3rd, and short, well, look what happens. It's a recipe for success as a defense.
Yeah. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele with you here on Sports 1440. 2 things happened yesterday that I was like, okay, well, actually 3, because there was an interdivisional game between the Lions and Vikings. So your Vikings come out. Hey, you got to be happy with
a big win.
I mean, JJ McCarthy looked pretty damn good.
He did.
He looked like he did in that game earlier in the season.
Yes,
Did he not?
that first comeback.
And he had the running touchdown was almost a mirror image, correct?
It was.
Yeah. So obviously a huge win for Minnesota. But then how Carolina can go into Green Bay must have been the uniforms. Maybe the uniforms are just
ugly.
So, I mean, they win 16-13. So the Packers still lead the division at 5-2-1. But now the Lions and Bears are 5-3 with those wins, and the Vikings get the win to improve to 4-4. I mean, people might not like this. If you're a Packer fan, you're going to say I'm off the rocker. If you're a Lions fan, you're going to say I'm off the rocker. But the Bears are still finding their way to be an upper echelon team. We know what Minnesota did last year, different quarterback. But this is what I'm going to say about the NFC North. This is anybody's division right now.
It is. It is anybody's. 3 teams with 5 wins and then the Vikings with 4. It's total up for grabs. As you're talking about the teams in the division, one thing that stood out to me, I love 3 of these 4 head coaches. They're young, fiery head coaches. Kevin O'Connell, of course, with the Vikings.
Which one don't you like?
LaFleur would be the last. I love Dan Campbell, and I like Ben Johnson, what he's doing in Chicago. Usually offensive-minded coaches are like softer. Ben Johnson, man, he's a tough SOB coach. He's no nonsense, and I love that.
That last play, did you see? You saw it in the Chicago Cincy game.
Of course.
So first of all, Chicago should have never been in that position, right?
No.
Ever.
Like
it's what they're up by 2 scores.
Put your foot on the throat,
2
man.
minutes left, and they an onside kick. Onside kicks don't happen anymore.
No, that was it just was a perfect play.
Yeah. But then to see Cortland Loveland with the final catch of the game, and those 2 guys for the Bengals bouncing off him.
And you got to get him down. You got to get him down. It's tough to see. It's tough to see. And then you see what happens in the post game in the locker room with Cincinnati.
So Brown said, "Get an F and stop."
Yeah, but Chase Brown pretty much said the defense needs to finish the game.
Yeah,
he was dropping the F-bombs, man. In that
Jamar
one,
Chase on the bench,
he was upset. And Jamar Chase in the locker room afterwards said no comment. He doesn't want to comment because if he has something going on, he said he never wants a defensive player to come up to him and start talking about how he got to improve. So he's not going to do it about the D, and that's good. Keep your mouth shut.
I don't know if there must have been 1,000 yards of offense in that game.
Yeah. The one thing too with Chase Brown that has me scratch my head a bit, dude, you had like 30 yards in the game. You're talking like you went for 200 the way he's talking in the locker room, hanging it on the D. He really didn't perform at all, do anything big.
37 rushing yards. He had 8 catches. So all the dump offs we saw last year, those little dump offs, he had 75 yards receiving.
It's nice.
But 8 catches.
But still, you can't be calling out your teammates like that, man. Not good. That's how fights happen. Straight out. I've seen it. You laugh, man. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen the knuckles throw over stuff like that, man. Guys take this stuff personally.
For sure they do. But if you say that on camera or to a reporter, what's being said in the locker room then?
Exactly.
It's got to be worse.
Oh,
no?
Even worse. That's a very good point.
Worse?
Very good point, Kevin.
I don't like. I mean, I couldn't imagine.
Toxic. And clearly, what's his name? Zach Taylor, he doesn't have control over that locker room for guys to be piping off like this, man. Because, like,
do you think Brown says something today, though?
You better, because if you have the team culture, like I've been on bad teams and good teams, and the culture is completely different. A winning culture is different than losing. And that's a loser's mentality, that type of culture.
To put the blame
to
on
be
someone
throwing
else.
other people under the bus. That's
Like
loser.
It could be something like, man, I needed to break one.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, there's so many ways you could just squash that, as opposed to drop the F-bombs, like 5 of them, and say it's on the defense to F and finish the game. Nah, man. It's a bad look.
First time, I think, in history, teams given up 38 plus points and lost back to back.
Yeah. And their defense, look, everybody knows Cincy's defense has never been their strong suit. Not since Joe Burrow's been there.
Yeah. But again, that's a lot of points to be.
It's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. Anything else yesterday?
NFL-wise? The Bills, they continued their regular season dominance. Yeah. And then come postseason, when all the chips matter, things change.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
Carolina Green Bay, I was like, you got to be kidding. How do you lose to Carolina at home?
I know.
Again, those uniforms are just.
Well, we kind of talked about this. The local boy, Chuba, man, he's not getting a lot of shine this year after getting that extension.
Contract.
I know, and got that money, because it's not looking good for him right now.
Maybe they move on. Well,
probably, because he's making $8 million.
Yeah,
can't have an $8 million backup.
Tough one.
At least he got that $8 million, though. Good for him.
MTR text said 6-3. The 49ers, KK. Our bet is going to go down to the wire. Big guy. Yeah.
What was it? 12? 12 wins?
12 wins, right? MTR. Yeah. 12 wins, I think, is the push. I can't remember anymore.
That is going to be tight.
I know
they continue to do their thing.
Yeah. I think it's 12 wins is a push. I'm sure I'll get a text here right away. CFL though, Eddie, before we get to in and out after the break. So again, Winnipeg, I mean, Montreal was just pounding them. Get back in the game. Actually had the lead for just a short
they
time.
did.
And then the Calgary BC game, I think they moved the ball in the last bit that I saw it in the highlights. I didn't watch the game, but they moved a good 50 yards before Sean White. Is there? I know Sean White doesn't have the 55-yard leg.
No.
I don't know if there's anyone in CFL history that I'd want to have from 45 to 50.
He's accurate. Yeah, he's money. Yeah, he is money bags. I've seen it. I've lived it. It's pretty cool to see. I mean, kickers, they can last a lot longer than regular players, but it's neat to see the career man, just how he's still kicking, because he was doing it 10 years ago for us winning a Grey Cup.
Well, I don't know exactly what happened when he left here, but I know he didn't get the contract he wanted.
Yeah.
They should have given it.
Probably was around Brock, right around that time, Brock Sunderland.
Let me put on my surprise face.
Yeah. Color me shocked.
One of the many, many things there, man. So many guys in this organization here.
Man, what do you think he's doing, huh?
I don't know.
What's a guy like Brock doing? Or even Chris Presson, the president, former pres.
I don't mind telling this story, quick one, because this is just and someone, I explained this to someone and said, well, maybe I had to do something. I had to get something. I had to leave a game at halftime. This is whatever, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And we were going out to like the east side there. And in coming to the stadium at halftime was Brock Sunderland.
Just coming in.
I was like, Brock. And he was like, he looked at me like a kid that got his hand caught in a cookie jar. I'm like, what are you
doing, man?
Yeah. Like, I was like, I don't understand. I'm not gonna,
So there's a stark difference between Brock, the GM, and Ed Hervey, who's walking the sidelines during pregame and making sure his guys are ready.
And I'll tell you what, another thing that I did with Brock, and I shouldn't, because this is almost like a no-no. If you want to call yourself a journalist, which is a loose term. At the start of the year when he came in, it was his second year. We had a taped one-on-one with him that we were running on Global. And I've never told this story before. And the interview did not go well. Like, it was a 7-minute interview, and there was cantankerous between each of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? You want to do that interview again? And he goes, yeah, I do. And it was better on both sides of us.
Really?
Because I'm still...
And you're not like that.
No. And it was more like, because he looked bad. And a little thing, like, I remember the one thing, Eddie, I don't want to get too much on this one. The one thing I said, okay, what do you have to do to get this back to being the flagship franchise in the CFL as a GM? He goes, who's to say we're not the flagship franchise right now? I said, well, then I started rolling everything out. And then it just got worse from there, because, his answer should have been, you know what, we used to be.
Yeah.
We're not anymore.
You can't get defensive.
Yeah. And so
can't get defensive.
But this was still, we were a partner with them, I guess, Global, and it was still about trying to build the brand, if you want to call it that. So.
I tried to hit Brock with the Darian Durant, because I knew I was done playing. I knew I was done. I was moved back here, and I was trying hard. I had my agent really try hard because I wanted to play him and to sign me here, even just rookie minimum, get a little signing bonus and just retire. Just to get a little 20K, just a little something extra, just because I didn't like Brock. I knew how he's a snake in how he operated. He's a snake, man. He's a serpent.
Yeah, I totally agree. When we come back, we'll go in or out with Eddie Steele. It's a Kevin Carey Show with Donnie P, Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Wing Wednesday at First Round. Whether you're coming for the first round, the last round, or a few rounds in between, they've got you covered with half-price wings every Wednesday night. Half-price wings. Over 35 delicious flavors like Cajun salt and pepper, maple bacon, and Inferno wings. Now half price every Wednesday night. Wash them down with a cold pint of Canadian or Coors Light for only $5.75. Half price Wing Wednesdays at First Round in West End and now downtown. First Round, burgers, beer, sports.
Top quality flooring, locally owned, and Canadian products from Beaulieu. Yeah, that's CFI.
CFI what?
No, CFI, Custom Floors Inc.
From free estimate to professional installation, contact Custom Floors Inc. at customfloorsinc.ca.
I'm Rick Showers from No Bull RV, and if you're serious about selling your used RV, then I'm serious about getting you the money you want. You're not the only one who wants to spend the winter in selling mode rather than storage mode, and we're happy to help.
People come to No Bull RV 12 months of the year, right, Rick?
That's right, Bob. A used RV is one of a kind, which means when the one you're looking for comes along, customers quickly pounce on it. So if you've outgrown your RV or you're looking to upsize, downsize, or just turn it into cash, come see us at No Bull RV.
You have to be serious about selling, though, right, Rick?
Better believe it, Bob. This is for people who truly want their RV gone. If we're going to store your RV for free all winter, it has to be priced to sell. And that's why customers come to No Bull 12 months of the year. Because you never know when the perfect used RV is going to arrive. And if it's here, it won't last long.
And that's No Bull.
NoBullRV.ca.
Portions of this hour brought to you by Sports Select. Get on the action with hockey, football, baseball, basketball, betting the original at sportselect.com. 100% legal. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
Have your sports curiosity cured with the Kevin Karius Show. This is Sports 1440.
One in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Eddie Steele with you. Donnie P. and Josh Fenwick in the Sports 1440 studios here at West Edmonton Mall. Just before we get to in or out, Wesley Snipes texted in and says, does Chuba get traded? Could he get traded this year?
I don't know.
What team would want him right now?
See, the contract, right? He's making $8 schmilly, I believe, as a running back.
3 years?
Yeah. So it all depends on which team wants to acquire that and pay that money, right? It's not just about having the player come over. Got to make that money. 4 years.
4 years, 32. Sorry, 4 years, 33.2. 7.5 signing bonus.
Okay.
16.4 guaranteed.
Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, he won't see that full contract. Not the way things are playing out right now.
Well, how about this? I mean, and Chuba he's been hurt here a couple of games.
Yeah.
The way that Ricky Dowdle's playing, would you trade him? Would someone go like, how about like there's teams out there that go, okay.
No. The thing about football, KK, the minute you sign a contract, the minute Chuba signed that deal, they're looking to go younger and cheaper. And I guarantee Dowdle is on a minimum contract.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe you get more.
No, you want to keep that minimum. You want to have a roster full of everybody on minimum contracts if you could. That's what it's about. So Chuba making $8 million as opposed to a guy making under $1 million who's balling. You're going to obviously, and he's younger.
But you know what I'm saying? Maybe maybe you get a better return.
He's got more. Yeah, I do. He's got more stock behind him.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to let that younger, cheaper guy go who's playing better than the guy you signed.
Dowdle signed a 1 year contract for $6.25 million.
Okay.
2 3/4 base.
So he's on a 1 year.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like
I do know what you're saying.
Maybe a team out there goes, okay, we'll give you a higher pick for Dowdle.
Yeah.
And we'll go with Chuba still here.
Yeah, potentially.
Because you're not going to get much for Chuba.
So as a GM, would that be?
Don't know. Like, I mean, you have to look at all your options. I mean, there's so many teams out there that are like, you think about teams that need a running back that, right now that are in the mix here, So time now for, are you in or out?
Okay, you know what? Moving too fast. Bottom line, are you in or you out?
In or out of what?
No time for questions, just action. In or out.
Well, then I'm out.
I'm sorry, Jet. Actually, you're already in.
Are you in or are you out?
On Sports 1440.
I thought you would go, I'm in, Bob. We would have had a really cool moment, but you kind of ruined the whole thing.
All right, Johnny, 300 bucks. Daily. And that's not just and that's not just reversing them, Donnie. You know,
Oh, the old inside
Yeah,
out, huh?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. She's a different look, Donnie. So yeah, I mean, I don't see a problem having him there on a lot of the times, but I think you'll just see, because that's just the way it goes. There's lines that have a little bit of, you can say it, call it chemistry, but they'll go on a bit of a roll, and then there'll be a time where it could be 2-3 games, and then they change them up. So
Yeah. I like Jack Roslovic's game. I'm tripping. Like, I was looking him up over the weekend, and I didn't know he's in his 10th year. I thought he was more of a younger player, but I like his game. He's quick. He's got a good defensive stick, and he does play some good complementary hockey with Leon.
Number 2, fellas, I'm saying the Jays will retain no more than 3 of their 7 upcoming free agents and go big game hunting as well.
wow. Okay. So can we run down the list, Donnie? So we got Chris Bassett, correct?
Yep, we've got Bassett.
Bo Bichette.
Yep.
Max Scherzer.
Mm-hmm.
IKF is one.
Yeah, he is
That's
one.
4.
Ty France is another.
Okay.
And then you have Shane Bieber, which he's going to opt out.
That's a team option.
That's no, it's a
Player
player option.
You're
Yeah.
correct. Player option. Yeah.
Did we go through 6? Sorry.
That's 6 there.
And the other one was Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Oh boy. Yeah. You say how many? 3 out of 7?
No more than 3.
And a big game hunting would be Bo. Bo would be considered big game hunting, or what?
I would. You could consider Bo big game hunting, but I in the thought process, it wasn't so much necessarily Kyle Tucker, but it was one of those big names out there.
Well, I mean, the top 3 guys are Bo, Tucker, and Bregman. They don't have a place for Bregman. They don't have anywhere to put him, right? You don't need Bregman.
You don't necessarily need Bregman, no.
I don't see them going after Tucker because they went after Santander. That's their guy last year. And with the guys that they have in the mix already, and with Barger being able to play outfield, so that's a no-go for me. So I don't see the big game hunting if that's the 3. I don't know who you would put in at 4, 5, 6 as far as potential free agents goes. But those are the top 3 guys: Bo, Tucker, and what did I just say? Bo, Tucker, and Bregman.
Bregman.
So,
yep.
Again,
There's also Schwarber, right?
But again, where are you putting them?
I mean, if you can improve your lineup with a Kyle Schwarber, I don't care if I have to put George Springer in the outfield. I don't even care if I have to put Kyle Schwarber in the outfield.
I just don't see that, Donnie. I don't see a place for Schwarber there. So I'm going to be out. As far as the other guys, I think Eddie's kind of right to put Bo into that big game.
You can.
Just put him in there. So if that's the case, then he would go into that category, and then they would be big game hunting. 3 guys, man, Bassett wants to come back. In what role? Who knows? 3 would be tops, and then if you're including Bo in that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be in. Quick sidebar, man. I love Louis Varland.
Oh, yeah.
I like him, man. He's all bow-legged up there. He's a good-looking athlete, man. But yeah, I'm going to be in on the question.
Yeah, like there's a lot of good free agents out here. This is actually quite a good crop if you're looking to make some impact batting additions. Like the Jays aren't going to have any interest in Pete Alonso. He just doesn't fit their needs or their criteria. But this is the summer where the Jays could significantly, I don't want to say significantly improve their team, but they could go out and make some more splashes. Obviously, the Santander thing this year didn't work out. Hopefully it works out in the future, but the Jays, Bo Bichette, I think they're going to bring him back. I don't know who else they're going to bring back, but when I envision the question, for me, it's Bassett, Bichette, and then I think they probably one of Max Scherzer or Shane Bieber.
Now, Donnie, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire here real briefly. You said he had the bat of a pool noodle. Do you still feel that way about him? It was Jimenez. Do you still feel that way about him after what you saw in this World Series?
I do, because
Donnie.
That's the outlier. That is, he had one good year with the bat in his career, and you can look at his numbers the entirety of his career. It's been steadily down and down and down. And this year he was 40% worse than the league average hitter. He just had a nice little run. And his contract is he's going to be getting $23 million, not this coming year, but the year after.
He goes up to 15.5.
Yeah, next year he's 15.5. The year after he's $23 million. I look at a player who, unbelievable with the glove, unbelievable, but the bat is just such a weak point. I know he had a good run, but I'm not a Jimenez guy. I never will be.
You never will, Donnie. I know you hate him.
I don't hate him.
Yes, you do, Donnie.
I love a great glove, but
Donnie hates him.
I like a little bit more with the big stick, you know. off to number 3.
If you say so, Donnie.
The Dolphins, of course, trading Jalen Phillips this morning. I'm saying they are going to be trading at least 3 more players off their roster.
The Dolphins will be.
Yes.
Well, they need to trade their head coach to the dumpster.
This is your team, Donnie.
It is my team.
So
I'm going to be out. I don't think 3 more players. That's a lot. 3 more on top of Jalen. That's a lot of roster turnover mid-season. I'll be out on that. Maybe 1, but not 3.
Yeah, I'm probably the same thing. Not 3. Is this included? Is like Phillips is one of the 3?
Phillips 3 more.
3 more.
So 4. That's
I'm
a
out
lot.
for sure.
4 trades.
Yeah, I'm out for sure.
And they fired their GM. Who's making the trades?
Donnie's making them. Do you think a guy like Jalen Waddle might be on the way out?
While he's available, I think somebody would have to absolutely knock their socks off for a potential Waddle deal. But could they move a Bradley Chubb? I think they probably could. Could they move? I don't know. There's so many players that they would consider moving that I don't think anybody other than probably Devon Achane is probably off the table.
I'm going to go out. I just think that's too many. That would be 4. That's a lot. Mind you, Cleveland did what? How many already? 3? 4?
Yeah, they've done a few. Yep.
And the Eagles have acquired 3 players in the last 2 weeks?
Edge rusher, Eagles, man, they're just doing what they do.
And that's
if only Jalen Carter could get his head screwed on straight.
Off to number 4, fellas. I know you guys have talked about this at length so far today, but I'm saying that the Jaden Daniels injury really needs to change the way we look at blowouts in the NFL.
I'm going to be in.
You're changing your
I'm
tune
with
in
you,
now?
Kevin.
Come on now.
I'm going to
Come
be
on
in.
now, Eddie.
Well, no, look, as a competitor, you never want to get taken out of the game. But in a blowout, it's very similar to preseason. And I'm just thinking back on my career, and I've been, a part of some blowouts. And if you're on the losing side of a blowout, man, I don't want to go out, get banged up, get nicked up out there for no reason. It's meaningless. But if you're on the winning side, you think, oh, fresh meat. I'm going to try and get a sack before this game is over. We're killing their O-line. Yeah. So it's 2 different mentalities. But I'll be in.
I don't know, if you read the question, the way the question comes up, to change how we look at blowouts, I think a lot of coaches already would have taken him out. I think this is on Dan Quinn. I think that 100% here. And again, it's the quarterback position. Eddie, when you're talking about the guys on the D-line, they want to, it's supper time, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But, it was supper time on Daniels.
Exactly.
And he's running for his life. And this wasn't like he was, this wasn't the first hit he took last night.
Oh.
It was about the 80th.
There was that one play where he stood up and took 5 hits, and he stood up because they kept him up.
Strong guy. So again, does it need to change? Well, it needs to change for Dan Quinn. I don't think it needs to change for a lot of other guys that would have made that decision already.
Yeah.
And said with a half a quarter to go in the fourth. We're down 38-7. Take a seat.
You never want to see your starter get banged around the way he was. And you're right, KK. That wasn't the first hit, man. He got nailed around.
Sure. He got hit hard. I mean, Seattle was bringing it. I mean, Seattle has to get into that discussion where they are a feared team.
Holy smokes. This Sam Darnold guy, buddy. It's insane.
It really is.
Sports.
4 TDs and,
Sam Darnold. He was seeing ghosts in New York. Then Kevin O'Connell brought him back from the dead.
It's unreal.
Off to number 5 here, fellas. It is National Sandwich Day. So I'm saying the best is the classic club sandwich.
Okay, the club, is that like the turkey club? Like, or
either
you
or.
have chicken club?
Chicken club, turkey club,
Turkey, bacon,
whatever. Just the club
bacon
sandwich.
goes in no matter what.
Well, some people call it turkey bacon club, Some people say that.
Turkey bacon club. Okay. Well, I mean, you're the food connoisseur, Eddie, and Eddie is challenged.
What is this, a weight thing?
No, you challenged a bit of a cook-off here.
I'm going to be out. I like sandwiches. I like a club. But honestly, my best sandwich that I personally love is a good, hot Italian meatball sandwich.
Hot Italian meatball?
Yeah, with like some provolone on there, maybe some banana peppers on there. That would be like my perfect sandwich.
And where do you make this or do you buy it?
You can buy them.
You go
Like
to
I've
Subway,
made,
probably.
no,
You go to
not
Subway
a
to
Subway style. Like that is good, but I'm talking more from like even a restaurant where it's not a long sub. It'd be more shorter and square. Yeah, and you fit like 4 meatballs on there like that. So that would be my ideal. Lots of marinara.
But you don't like a club? Like, I mean, that's
I do. But if it's my favorite.
And on a club, it's like, okay, you got the turkey, bacon, lettuce, tomato. So you know what I do, Eddie? When I go and I haven't had one for a while. We used to go to that place on the corner. It got shut down now on 156th and 87th.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it now. What the hell was it? But it was one of the best pizza joints, like a mom and pop shop. It got shut down because the LRT went by it. But if they had pretty good clubs in there. But I'd say, could I get the club without the third slice of bread in the middle?
Oh,
what do you think of those apples?
Play is play, KK. Play is play. I like it.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be out on this one, Donnie. For me personally, only because we don't get to have it too often here. And
don't say baloney.
No. Well, when I was a kid, bologna was always great. And I mean, we got to talk to Josh here too about his sandwich that he made yesterday with his soup and everything. And man, that was big time. That's what happens when you're hungover, Eddie. It doesn't happen to you anymore.
Hey, but I still eat like that.
I know. But and again, just because of where we are situated, if you could ever get the nice fresh lobster roll.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess that qualifies as a sandwich. It's a roll.
That's such a specialty, though.
It is. But like when you get like, you know how they like the roll is technically not a roll, and it's like a big thick piece of bread that they cut in half and then just open it up a little bit. And if you can get the perfect amount of there's a little bit of mayo, not a lot, a little bit of the
texturing,
crunchiness. Maybe you have a little bit of maybe green onion. You maybe have a tiny bit of celery, something like that.
Yeah, I like lobster rolls for sure.
Oh, but again, it's for us, it's a delicacy.
It is. It's super rare for us.
So, okay, take away your first one.
Okay, take away a meatball.
Yeah.
Okay, probably.
Okay, why do you think, Joshy boy, you made a grilled cheese
and
soup on the weekend? Was it yesterday?
That was last night at the ripe old time of 9 p.m.
Because you and your buddies were hungover from the weekend.
I wasn't even that hungover. I really wasn't. It was my roommate who was hungover. It was so bad. Woke up to him throwing up, went to bed to him throwing up. He just he was in a terrible, terrible place. I had to buy him ginger ale so he'd feel a little better.
Really?
Like, oh man, I was like taking care of this guy.
I don't miss it.
And so I was like, I went out and bought some nice bread and was like, here, man, let me make you something really quick. Whipped up, quick little tomato soup, put the crushed tomatoes in there, blend it all up, all the good things. And that cheese pull, let me tell you, it was good. It was so good.
Boy, Joshy. So how cool is this? Kevin Lowe just texted me. And he has a question. Do you know what club as in club sandwich, stands for? Do you guys know that?
No.
Not a clue.
No clue, Donnie? Nothing?
Not a clue.
So it's an acronym. Club is chicken and lettuce under bacon.
Cool.
Look at Kalo comes
Cool.
through.
I like that,
Attaboy, Kel.
Kalo.
Thanks for listening, big guy.
Yes, sir. I was gonna say this sounds a little weird, but this is one I kind of grew up on. It would be just mayo on some toasted bread, and then cheese and tomato. Mayo, cheese, and tomato.
Yeah,
tasty. Thoughts?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's a bad sandwich out there, really. You know.
True.
From the Earl of Sandwich.
Would you you a tuna guy?
Yeah, but open faced tuna melt more. Ooh. So you get the sourdough bread, then you put the tuna on, like with your, it's got to have green onion. It's got to have a little bit of celery.
Little crunch.
So you have it toasted, then you put that under the grill a little bit. Then you put the tomatoes down just for about 2 seconds under the grill, just to get the tomatoes warmed up. Then you put the cheese on.
Like it.
Yeah. You probably ate a lot of bologna though as a kid, eh?
No, man, I didn't. Drank a lot of pop. That's why I got so fat.
Eddie, you're in fantastic physical condition.
I wasn't coming out of high school, but thanks. I've tried.
Man, there's so many good sandwiches. I'm getting hungry now.
I know. That's what I was just saying, man. I'm
have
getting
to
hungry.
Send, someone down in the mall here. We got 2 hours
how about this too, KK? You can never go wrong with a breakfast sandwich.
No.
Ever. Brekkie sandwich has got to be up there.
How about this one too here? The rig texts in, I've seen the commercials with Danny DeVito, Jersey Mike's. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Because they cut the meat, they slice the meat right fresh in front of you. Jersey Mike's is going in St. Albert, he says.
Ooh.
Man. He says, I'm intrigued too after watching all the commercials, watching football games. Man, Danny DeVito.
Of course, got to try it.
They put a lot of that, like it's sort of like a vinaigrette on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oily
like
vinaigrette.
the old Mr. Sub. Remember old
that
Mr.
was
Sub?
their signature.
There's not too many Mr. Subs around.
No, out east. When
there?
I was playing in Hamilton, there was a ton out east in Toronto.
All right, Eddie, what do you got cooking for the rest of the day?
I got to go see the doctor. I got an issue, KK. Hopefully, it's not what I think it is, but
see, now you've left the listeners thinking,
well, what it potentially could be, you mount these on top of your roof.
oh boy, is that contagious?
I don't think so, man. It's
Josh
like in
would
this.
know.
It's in this one area where, like I said, I had some treatment done, and man, I'm fighting it. My body is rejecting something, and it's coming out.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you. I need it. Godspeed.
Oh boy.
Give me some antibiotics.
Well, that's all you'll need is a little penicillin.
Yeah, a little still.
Other than that,
I was going to work, but I'm not going to work today.
You can't.
Sales.
You can't.
I'm
There's
not
no
gonna.
way you
I
can.
powered through the past couple of weeks. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the doctor. I got a couple appointments. I actually have to go to ENT as well. Ear, nose, throat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I'm getting some surgery on my nose. See how crooked it is? I'm just trying to look like you, man. I'm just trying to get pretty.
Come on now.
Just trying to get pretty.
You don't need to do any surgery like that.
Well, it helps the guy breathe, though.
Well, same as mine. There's a little sniffer. You just
you take a hit of the old Vicks vapor, huh?
What is it? Ditoxin?
Man,
something.
my pops lives with one of those in his pockets, always hitting that thing.
Oh, that's what, I don't know. Well, I broke my nose 40 years ago.
Yeah, and mine is so busted. So
never recovered.
I only can breathe out one nostril.
Yeah. That's why when you sleep, you got to make sure you're going back and forth, right?
Exactly.
Can't sleep on your back.
Oh, no, you're toast.
The whole neighborhood's
You're
waking
toast.
up.
There is no sleep.
All right, Eddie, good stuff, big guy. Enjoy the rest of the day. Keep me abreast of the situation.
Yes, I will. I'll let you
got
know.
hockey today, maybe, and then I'm actually gonna go see my doctor too.
Nice.
Yeah. Just
What are you?
Just a little checkup.
On what?
Nothing. He's been out of town.
Two-finger treatment.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
Bye,
Eddie.
guys.
Have a good weekend. Coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, we've got a fair bit of stuff going on that I can't even remember what the hell is going on. Donnie, can you remember what's coming up in the 9 o'clock hour?
Well, we have good old Tyler Drake coming on to talk about
Tyler Drake,
the Arizona Cardinals.
Yes, that's tonight. So thanks for that. And also in the 10 o'clock hour, We'll have Jensen Lewis and Connor Halley coming by in the 10 o'clock hour. Before all that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by First Round. And maybe we'll give away a gift certificate for First Round, Donnie. Why don't we get a little trivia? See, Eddie, we'll have a little trivia coming up here in the next couple hours for a $50 gift certificate. Why don't we do that?
Sounds perfect.
We got to figure out some sort of a trivia regarding fantasy football, though.
Let's do it.
You guys on it?
After the break, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Before that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by First Round. You could win an NFL jersey tonight at both locations. Plus, you get 50% off boneless wings. First Round, Edmonton's NFL headquarters right here in the mall that has it all on Bourbon Street or on 104th Avenue. Here is Donnie P.
The Sports 1440 update.
NHL action from last night. The Lightning, they doubled up the Mammoth 4-2. The Islanders, they edged out the Blue Jackets 3-2. The Flames taking down the Flyers 2-1. It was the Ducks over the Devils 4-1. And the Red Wings, they beat up on the Sharks 3-2 in the shootout. NFL action, the Chiefs, they fell to the Bills 28-21. The Bears beating up on the Bengals 47-42, The Jags taking on the Raiders in overtime. The Steelers handed the Colts their second loss of the season. And the Miami Dolphins are trading edge Jalen Phillips to the Philadelphia Eagles for a third-round pick. On the hard court, the Raps, they won over the Grizzlies 117-104. The Heat lost the Lakers, and the Thunder, they took down the Pelicans. Coming up on Sports 1440 in about 15 minutes' time, we've got Tyler Drake to talk some Arizona Cardinals. I'm Donovan Paulson. That's your Sports 1440 update.
This is Sports 1440, a Stingray radio station broadcasting on Treaty 6 territory.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen to CKJR wherever you go.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. It's not lost on me that this radio ad competes with a lot of other dealerships on the air. So what sets us apart? Honesty. At Northgate, we believe in giving you the very best price we can with the most value possible. We aren't giving away free trips or paying off your credit cards, but it is my promise you will get exactly what you paid for every time. Stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
Craving a dining experience that rises above the rest? Head to Summit Restaurant, nestled in the heart of the Silent Ice Center and just minutes from South Edmonton Common. Savor Summit's exceptional house-made pizza, delectable entrees, and expertly crafted cocktails, all served in a stylish, modern atmosphere. For a casual meal or a special night on the town, Summit Restaurant offers a straightforward yet refined experience where every bite and sip reflects our dedication to quality. Elevate your dining experience. Visit Summit Restaurant tonight.
If you've got a smart speaker, get it to play Sports 1440.
And it doesn't matter when you listen as we roll out the Sports Talk
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Edmonton's home for sports radio is Sports 1440.
You matter. Your mental health matters, and you're braver than you think. Not Alone is an organization focused on creating a space of acceptance and support through tough, meaningful conversation. My name is Tyler Smith, and you are never alone. NotAloneCo.com. It's okay to not be okay.
Watch out.
They're back.
I don't know why you treat me like the worst moving company in the region.
Get ready for a new season of the homegrown Crave original, The Office Movers.
All right, should we roll?
The hilarious hit series from creators Jay and Trey Richards.
We're building, we're elevating, we're moving up. New space, new contract.
You guys need to go. The client is freaking out.
Where is the elevator?
It's busted.
The Office Movers. New season Friday, November 7th. Only on Crave. Proudly Canadian. Subscribe now at crave.ca.
The Kevin Karius Show, breaking down Edmonton's favorite teams, even though his favorite Junior A hockey team is the Yorkton Terriers. Thanks for checking in with Sports 1440.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 9:09 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Donnie P, and Josh Fenwick with you on a Monday morning. So glad you could check in with us here on Sports 1440. Really appreciate you tuning in or even watching on YouTube or X. Kevin Karius Show is presented by Sports Select, and it's so easy to play. Just visit sportselect.com, generate the QR code. Then there are the videos. It's a step-by-step process. Go to sportselect.com. It's 100% legal. You got to be 18 years plus. Please play responsibly. I was talking about that place on the corner there, West End 156th Street, 87th Avenue. It was called the Flamingo Pizza. I don't know if you guys ever remember it. It was a fabulous place. Thanks, West End Juan. Also, the real Duke says the Flamingo is what it was. Where are we at here? A lot of text rolling in, 833-401-1440. Tub Guy said, hey, it's making me so hungry. The best sandwich, Schwartz's Montreal smoked meat. CJ in Edmonton says, that's the worst sandwich I've ever heard of, Eddie. Woof, woof, LOL. Kenny says the Reuben. Northside Lou, Montreal smoked meat on marble rye with lots of yellow mustard. Michael Goulet, not Michelle. The best sandwich is a hamburger, hands down. Changed my mind. Cat Dad says is a hot dog sandwich. Oil Commander. Morning, gents. As a Commanders fan, last night was embarrassing. I agree with you, Kevin. Daniel shouldn't have been on the field down 38-7. Guessing being ex-players like Eddie, Luke Wilson saying you should continue to battle on is a mindset I just don't quite understand. Unfortunately, with all the injuries, the Commander season is definitely over. Others, people texting in like MTR and a few others comparing RG3, Robert Griffin III, and how he was used and utilized in Washington with the then Redskins, and the Commanders doing the same thing as far as how they handle their personnel. Brad the driver says Jersey Mikes are moving in on 137th and around 135th Street. And yes, KK, there's still a few Mr. Subs around. I believe there's one on the north end, somewhere on 149th or 142nd, somewhere around 111th or 118th Avenue, somewhere in there. Text 833-401-1440. So the fellows have come up, and we're going to do a $50 GC. We'll get the question out there for you right now. Between Donnie P, Josh Fenwick have put together a question. So Sam Darnold started yesterday's game in the first half, had a perfect QBR, I believe, after the first half. Then he threw another touchdown in the third quarter, to give him his fourth touchdown. Chuck. He had a perfect QBR rating. And despite those numbers, I mean, unreal numbers, where is he? What's the question? In the full PPR. So it doesn't matter PPR. I guess it kind of does if you did something as far as a reception. Could be.
Yeah.
Full PPR, Josh.
Where did he rank among all quarterbacks yesterday in total fantasy points?
Total fantasy points yesterday. And there were some big numbers. I mean, big numbers.
My source for this is ESPN Fantasy. Okay. Just so we're all aware, we're all playing on the same.
And we're going at 6 points for a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Because some leagues are 4, right? I mean, you just think like Matthew Stafford had an incredible game that went unnoticed because they're playing New Orleans, Donnie, right? There were some games out there that were salvaged late in the game. Like even a guy, I had Baker Mayfield on a bye, so I picked up Trevor Lawrence. Did squat until really a couple of rushing touchdowns. But there were guys out there that put up big numbers. Were you surprised at the Buffalo KC game? Josh Allen had a big game. Patrick Mahomes did not. Text 833-401-1440. I mean, Jackson Dart in a losing cause had a pretty good game for the Giants. Sam Darnold finished with 330 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. The passing, he had the rating was high. Then he had that pick as well. What other numbers jump out at a guy? I mean, even Justin Herbert had a big game. Drake May continues to play quite well for New England. In a losing cause, Goff had a pretty good game.
JJ McCarthy had a really good game. Quarterbacks, that was the place to be. Cat Dad says, what was the question again? Joshy boy, what was the question again?
Between all quarterbacks yesterday in the National Football League, where did Sam Darnold rank among all quarterbacks in full PPR 6 points per touchdown?
And there were some monster numbers. So send it our way, 833-401-1440. Mike from Kindersley talking about the Schwartz's sandwich. Pretty good. Not the best. Dunn's in Montreal is way better. Schwartz gets the publicity, Mike. I'll give you that one. Dunn's is pretty good, I would imagine, too. Also had a text way back from Mike, our buddy Mike from Camrose. His son plays for the Rams. Canada West football on the weekend. The Rams beat Manitoba on Saturday. Some people are calling it the best game that nobody ever watched. I believe it was double overtime. Rams win. It's hard to get into Canada West football when the Bears have just been so bad with a win-loss record as they have for such a long time. When we come back, we're going to dissect tonight's Monday night football game. Donnie P, I believe, is it your pick for this final game of the week, or is it my pick?
It is my pick.
Are you sure?
I am 100%
I think the spread has to change. The spread is too low.
Hey, you can complain about the spread all you want.
I don't know. I have no clue how these guys are setting the spread for this one. It's at 3, I believe, for Dallas.
Yes, last time I checked, it was at 3.
Right. Not right.
I'll double check before we pick.
Yeah. Again, when we come back, we'll dissect this one with Tyler Drake. Love the Drake. ArizonaSports.com and Cardinals reporter. That's coming up right after the break. It's Kevin Karius, Donnie P, Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
You know your neighbor, right? The one who watches your house when you're away, who keeps their yard looking nice, who says hello every day. That's us. GS Construction. Now, we probably don't live right beside you, but we do live in your community. And when it comes to water and wastewater infrastructure, moving along smoothly, we're the ones doing that work. GS Construction has been doing it since 1974, over 50 years. So you could say we are your neighbors who wear hard hats and work boots. To find out what your neighbors do, visit gsconstruction.ca.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 15% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until December 13th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
It's your last chance to grab tickets for the Jason Greger Pizza Pig Out, presented by GS Construction. Thursday, November 6th at the Canadian Ice House, indulge in unlimited pizza from amazing local pizzerias while you help raise some dough for kids' sport. Then vote for your favorite slice to help crown the People's Choice Award winners. Tickets to join Edmonton's biggest and best adult pizza party are just $30. Head to jasongregerpizzapigout.com for more details and to buy tickets.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 Triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the two best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
It's Andrew Walker, host of the postgame show on Sports 1440. After every hockey game this season, tune in and chime in as we talk about the game. It's all sponsored by Legacy Heating and Cooling. Don't get left in the cold. Visit legacyheating.ca.
A veteran of the Edmonton sports scene for over 3 decades, the Kevin Karius Show, powered by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
Hey, welcome back to the big program, 9:19 in Edmonton. And time now for the game of the day, brought to you by St. Albert Dodge, where the biggest sale of the year is on right now. And it includes the all-new 2025 Jeep Compass. It's a Jeep. It's a 4x4. It's got that 8.4-inch touchscreen. It's got the keyless entry. It starts at $34,900, and it's only at stalbertdodge.com. As we welcome back Tyler Drake from arizonasports.com to the show. Morning, Tyler. You're with Kevin Karius. Thanks for jumping on Sports 1440 this morning. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Good to see you.
Yeah, so when we bust down this game tonight, the biggest question mark still is the availability of Kyler Murray. What's the latest on the quarterback situation with the Cards heading into the Monday nighter, Tyler?
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be Jacoby Brissett at least getting the start for the Cardinals on Monday Night Football against the Cowboys. Jonathan Gannon didn't completely rule out Kyler Murray, though. He could still have a role somehow. So I would assume that's probably going to be a backup role, maybe a gadget role. He's still dealing with that foot issue. So big thing to watch there. But for most part, I'm assuming Jacoby Brissett gets his third straight start, and we'll see what happens against a really, really bad Cowboys defense.
That's the whole thing, isn't it? I mean, Cincinnati's defense is bad. Cowboys are bad. I don't know who you want to play if you're the opposition looking at an offense putting points on the board. But what do you make of what the Cardinals offense is going to do tonight, Tyler? No matter who's at quarterback against this, as you say, bad Cowboys.
Yeah, I really think it starts with Trey McBride. I think that's really the engine that goes for this Cardinals team right now. The run game hasn't been what it usually has been in the past couple of years for this team. You've had a lot of injuries, James Conner, Trey Benson going down. You lose Conner for the season. Trey Benson could potentially come back as early as next week. So good thing there. But yeah, I think you really have to turn to Trey McBride really setting the tone. And then you look for Marvin Harrison Jr. to get involved as well. So I think it's going to be a lot of action through the air. If you can get some efficient runs, it's really going to help Jacoby in that play action under center look that he loves to be in. So that's going to be the big thing. If he can stay upright, if the offensive line can give him enough time to really get through his reads, he should be able to throw this football all over the field today.
What's the difference with Trey McBride, who you mentioned, Tyler, this year compared to last year? Is it just a straight obvious thing that he's finding the end zone now?
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. He continues to trend upwards. I think a big thing that not a lot of people talk about is his blocking ability. That's improved as well. But when you look at it, yeah, he's just getting more looks in the end zone. He's making the most of them. I think last week was actually his first career game with multiple touchdowns, which is just a wild stat to even think about, knowing how good of a pass catcher player that he is. So I think it's just getting more comfortable. I think that's really, at the end of the day, the big thing for him is continuing to get comfortable, knowing he's the main guy and really helping the guys around him.
Do you look at him as being, as you said, the engine, but the surrounding pieces, like a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. and the start that he got off to, Tyler, and I think he was the first to admit that his confidence just wasn't there. Have you seen that build up as the season's progressed here?
Yeah, I have. I think what game was it? He had a couple of good games after a couple of very, very uncharacteristic drops. And yeah, I mean, he said so himself. He's not playing up to the standard that he needs to be at. And I thought that was a great way to be accountable. I think a lot of times players always looking to, we'll get them next week, kind of cliche. But when you can go up there and stand in front of your locker and really say, hey, like, I dropped the ball, I need to be better. I think that really says a lot about who you are as a person and as a player. And I have no doubts that he's going to take the next step and continue his upward trend. It's just, how does this offense take the next step to let him do that? And the quarterback back and forth is definitely not helping. But if he can continue to get reps with Jacoby Brissett and get comfortable with him, we should start seeing some more consistency, I think, out of Marvin moving forward.
Tyler Drake with us from arizonasports.com on the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440. What have you made as a season as a whole here, Tyler? I mean, 2 straight wins to start, but now on a 5-game losing streak. But I mean, there was at least 2 or 3 games here that they were in position to win and should have won.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely been a failure up to this point. I think a lot of people, at least in Arizona, were figuring, hey, you flip the numbers around and be 5-2 instead of 2-5 at this point in the season. But there you have it. It's just a really rough look right now. And I think the big thing is this team is just very close to. They're close, but they're not there. They're not that winning football team just yet to get in the playoffs. I mean, the big number that's been thrown around in recent weeks at the training facility is how 70% of these games, or all NFL games, come down to 1-score games. And every single game, 100% of the games the Cardinals have come down to one-score games, and they've only been on the winning side twice. So as much as they're close, they just haven't found a way to be that playoff team, that next step of getting those one-score wins. And I think as soon as they can figure that out, maybe it's sending more guys blitzing later in the game, because fourth quarter has been an absolute drop-off defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that can start kickstarting things in the other direction. And I think once they get that first win, it could start bunching up like crazy, because right now it just feels like they are close. They just can't get over the hump.
Was it the Niners game? They lose that one 16-15, but is the big one against the Titans here, how that went down?
Yeah, that was a rough one. I'd also say the Seattle game was really bad too. When you look at the first three quarters, first 3.5 quarters of work, the Cardinals were getting embarrassed. If not for that little late surge there late, this game was over by halftime. So they've got to find a way to be more consistent offensively, and they're starting to find that with Jacoby. So that's what's making this whole quarterback change out, injury, what have you, just that much more interesting, because you're seeing a much more efficient offense running with Jacoby under center.
How much does this go on the head coach, Jonathan Gannon here, Tyler? And is he, how hot's the seat getting for him?
I think it's starting to warm up. I don't think it's fully on him. Obviously, there's been some very, very weird endings to these games. You've got the Amari DeMercado drop before crossing the goal line. They would have won that game against Tennessee if he would have scored that, in my opinion. You had the couple of Marvin drops that would have sealed the game too. Zay Jones had a drop. Amari DeMercado had another drop. A lot of these losses have come down to one or two plays. So as cliche and as boring of an answer it is, it really comes down to guys executing. Make that play, make one more play than the other side. And I think that really is what it's coming down to. But again, you've got to put your players in the best position. And if they're having these mental lapses, what can you do better as a coaching staff to put them in a better position to make that play moving forward?
Tyler Drake from Arizonasports.com covers the Cardinals ahead of tonight's Monday Nighter. Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys. As you said, this is a defense in Dallas that, man, they could give up 40 tonight and everyone would go, well, that's the standard. Well, that's the norm. But they can also put the points up on the board. What do you make of what this defense has to do from a Cardinals perspective to maybe not hold them in check, but maybe limit the Cowboys tonight?
Yeah. A lot of the talk this week has been all about how much Dak is just throwing the rock, but I think I'm really starting at the run game. Clayton Adams, who used to be the Cardinals offensive line coach out here past couple of years, he's now the OC in Dallas, and I honestly think that's one part of, obviously injuries have impacted this team, but losing Adams, I think, has also impacted what this Cardinals run game is looking like right now. I think the efficiency's down because you had Adams, who's so good at what he does, getting guys schemed up, getting the O-line schemed up, that you're missing some of that. So I'm looking at the run game. If the Cardinals can get out in front and stop that run game early on, that's going to give this pass rush some more ability to pin their ears back and really get to Dak. So that's where I'm starting. But Javonte Williams has really redeemed his career, it looks like, with the Cowboys, and that run game is just looking really, really good right now.
How would you say that rush has been so far with Arizona here with Sweat and David Robinson on the outside?
Yeah. So it's Josh Sweat and Baron Browning, and I would say the pressures have been there. They just haven't gotten home when it counts at the end, and that's the big thing. Is I think Josh Sweat's up to 5 sacks, but he's not getting it done late in games, and so he's been worth every penny in my opinion. But he's got to take that next step in the fourth quarter, and it's not just him; the whole pass rush does. Because once again, if they can start getting that extra pressure, make the offense make a mistake, then I think they start winning these close games instead of being on the losing end.
Yeah. In the secondary, what's the status for Will Johnson, Tyler?
Will Johnson, I would expect him to play. He's questionable, but he did look good out there at practice. Another guy to look out for, Garrett Williams. He's still working his way back. He's not activated off the IR yet, but if he can get good and he is back in there, he's a guy to watch for sure, because he's really CB1 in my opinion, working out of the nickel, does a little bit of everything. So he can really help it. Like I said, with the pass rush, if he can get out there and cover some guys a little longer, that might help the pass rush get home some more.
Tyler Drake, AZ Sports, with us on the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440. So obviously two big weapons for the Cowboys at receiver in CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. Is there a certain matchup that you're expecting to see coming out of the defensive backfield for the Cards tonight?
I think they're going to move some guys around. I think Max Melton and Will Johnson, they'll probably be on both of them from time to time. I don't think they really want to put a guy on an island, so much to say. But I do, if guys are getting ahead of them and winning those one-on-ones, I could see a little bit of change there. But I do think we'll expect a little bit of a rotation out there in the secondary when it comes to guarding some very, very good wideouts.
Yeah, and I mean, this NFC West, I mean, Seattle wins last night, blows out, just absolutely stomps on Washington. Rams with an easy win. The Niners go into New York, beat the Giants. I mean, the Cards are looking up here, and I mean, these are all three teams are 4 wins ahead. Is this like, I don't know about a defining moment, but they lose tonight. The Cards lose tonight. I mean, I don't know if they can catch any of these teams.
Yeah, I think I got to agree with you there. I mean, they're really at a crossroads, and it sucks because there's still so much there's so much season left to play. But when you look at the standings, I mean, their only shot getting into the playoffs is going to be the wild card, and that might not be very many games below the division race right now. So it's falling apart really fast. They're sinking fast. If they don't get this win tonight, it's going to be looking like a rough rest of the way because the schedule does not get any easier. This was supposed to be their easy part. Now it's going to get even tougher.
Yeah, and I mean, as you said, it's going to get tougher in the next couple of weeks. But when you look at how you thought this division was going to shape up, and tack on 1 or 2 more wins that were so close, especially against Tennessee, and the Cards are still in the conversation. But maybe just your thoughts on how this division is shaped up as we get to the halfway point here coming up quickly.
Yeah, I've been really surprised with what the Niners have been able to do, fighting through all of those injuries. It feels like the next injury is going to break their back, but it doesn't. It feels like they just get an iron, like they get a replacement piece to their body, and they just keep going. And then with Seattle, I think that's been one of the bigger surprises for me too, just because of the quarterback change. And was it a one-off from Sam Darnold? And as you can see from last night, clearly it wasn't. So it's been really interesting. I think the Rams are exactly about where I figured the Rams would be. But outside of that, yeah, it's been some definite movement. I thought the Cardinals would be up there second or third, but here they are at 2-6 and just 2-5, looking really, really, really rough.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to circle back to the running back situation. And you mentioned that James Conner's gone for the year, obviously, and Trey Benson's close to coming off IR. Is there an expectation with him in the next little bit or so, maybe a week or two, or what?
Yeah, I would say probably give it a week or two. I think that's the timeline I have right now. It sounds like he's ahead of schedule. He can be eligible to return, can at least be designated to return next week. So if he can show a couple of good practices, there's no reason why he shouldn't be activated, and he would help a running backs room that, again, is being led by Bam Knight, Michael Carter, Amari DeMercado. It's just none of the guys anybody expected to be leading the way 7-8 weeks in.
Just to revisit that the Gannon DeMercado incident on the sidelines from several weeks ago, is that all in the past here, Tyler? Is there still something maybe there that the players talk about, or even fans with between coach and player?
No, it seems like it's all blown over. It seems like they moved on. It's more the X's and O's and trying to figure out what's wrong with these close losses. But that was definitely the topic for about a week. But I'd say it's gone, and nobody's really talking about it anymore over here.
Hey, I got to ask you a hockey question, Tyler.
Oh no,
just a simple one. Just with the fact with it's been a year now since Arizona and Phoenix lost the Coyotes. Does anyone know? Does anyone care? Do they want to have a team back? It's such a great sports town, as you know. I mean, and the market is massive. I've been down there so many times when I was covering the Oilers and even just vacationing and watching games. Is there a possibility? What are your thoughts just from an overall standpoint that, again, it's been a year and a little bit here?
Yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of love for the Coyotes. I think everybody would love to see them back. Obviously, they moved for a reason, but I do think if you can get the right ownership in, you can get somebody that's really dedicated to the state, that's going to go a long way. And I think that's what everybody out here wants, is having some stability up top is going to be huge. But I can definitely tell you a lot of people are chomping at the bit to potentially maybe see the Coyotes return. So I'm one of them. My kid, I got to take my daughter. She's just a couple of years old, and it was her first Coyotes game, and then it turned out to be her last Coyotes game. So hoping we can get another couple there going. Luckily, we got ASU still out here, but outside of that, yeah, I think it'd be great if they could come back, because it's a great, like you said, great sports market. I mean, how can you not like the logo? It's great. So they definitely need to come back.
Yeah, with ASU, I mean, it provides still that little area, a little snippet and harbinger for hockey. Maybe just speak to what they mean in that market.
Yeah. I think they've kind of taken on more of the pro.
Mm-hmm.
More of that pro model kind of look of like, hey, we need somebody to replace the Coyotes. Here's the closest thing we've got. I mean, they played in the same arena there at the end, so I guarantee you, there's a lot of Coyotes fans going to ASU games just trying to feel that kind of nostalgia they had when the Coyotes were in town.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for this, Tyler. Really appreciate it. Do you think the Cards can knock off the Cowboys tonight? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I do. I just think the Cardinals, they've got to get home late in the game. I think if they can get the pass rush going late and can be successful and actually get home, they can get this W. And it sounds crazy with the backup quarterback, but then again, you look at what he's done. They've looked better with Jacoby running the show the past couple of weeks than with Kyler running it the first 5. So it's going to be very interesting to see what unfolds, but I do give them a shot for sure and see if they can maybe turn this thing around before it fully unravels.
What is it about Jacoby they feel more comfortable than Kyler Murray?
Well, I think from my standpoint, it's just you can do a little bit more. He can stay in the pocket and get through his reads more. He can get under center. He can do more play action. Like all of these little things to keep the defense honest just a little bit more. And he's throwing the rock down the field a lot more than Murray was doing. So those would be the top 3 things out of my mind right now.
Okay. Good stuff, Tyler. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the game tonight, and hopefully we can hook up as the season progresses. Thanks for coming on.
Definitely. Thank you.
That's Tyler Drake, azsports.com, covers the Cardinals. It's the Monday night football game. And it is in Big D, the Cardinals and Dallas. And that's the game of the day, brought to you by St. Albert Dodge, where the biggest sale of the year is on right now. The 2025 Jeep Compass, it starts at $34,900. Can't beat it. Only at stalbertdodge.com. Well, Donnie P, the line has moved to 3.5, you're saying?
It has.
Okay.
3.5.
So Dallas minus 3.5. It is your pick, and did I go 3-1 on the weekend? Is that what it was?
2-2.
Oh, 2-2. Now
yeah, 2-2.
So what if I would have said it was 3-1? Would you have believed me?
No, I would have thought about what the final game was, because I knew it was Seahawks and Chiefs there, and I knew I just forgot about the other one.
Okay, so we're 2-2. Duke's happy about that.
Yeah,
this is a big one for you. So obviously, you said you're going Dallas all day long.
You could have given me the Dallas 6.5 touchdown spread.
Okay, well, let's do it then. Let's do that.
No.
Why not?
This is taking the sports select lines here.
Come on, Donnie. At least give me a couple more. Give me 5.5. How's that sound?
No, I'm not giving you any more.
Come on.
This is what the sports select line is. So that's what we're going with.
Okay, if you say so. Our question for the $50 GC for first round, I think some people are not understanding it. Josh, can you simplify this, please? The highest scoring quarterback in week 9.
Where did he rank among all quarterbacks yesterday in full PPR?
Josh Darnold. That's what
Sam
Darnold. Pardon me.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold. That's what you're saying.
Yes, we're looking for Sam Darnold, where he ranked. This is per ESPN Fantasy.
Okay. Because a lot of people they're confused. I think it's a confusing question.
It's a word salad. We chose a word salad.
It's a confusing question. So where did Sam Darnold finish in full PPR as far as quarterbacks in fantasy football yesterday? Does that include Thursday as well? So just yesterday. Are you sure? Because Thursday there were some numbers up there too. Lamar was up there.
I know, but he's not. From what I'm looking at on ESPN, he is not ahead of Sam Darnold, so it doesn't matter. It's the people who are ahead of him all played yesterday.
I think, do we only have one correct answer right now?
I think we have a correct answer.
I think we do.
I'm looking again. I don't see one currently.
Cat Dad.
Where's Cat Dad?
5 down.
That's not right.
No, that's not right.
Well, you just said he was. Oh, he was. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know. You guys, I mean, the question here, you got to simplify this question. Somehow.
I don't know how much more I can simplify it.
Well, it's easier when you just say the number one guy. You're going down the list here.
Well, we all know who the number one guy is yesterday. He had one goddamn receiving
We're gonna-
touchdown against the Bengals.
Spoiler alert, he wasn't first.
Yeah.
We're going to go down the list here in the break. Because, like, even Playbook Vic, he's second. We got Barnes at third. Mitch second. These guys are looking at
this on ESPN
I know.
Fantasy.
Oh, that's the
We're
thing.
getting closer now. I'll tell you that for free. We're getting closer.
There we go.
MTR, I made one little mistake and MTR's on me.
Well, then you called him Sam Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
So you made two mistakes.
You called him Sam Arnold.
Sam Arnold?
Yep.
That's the guy from Happy Days, I think.
Playbook Vic is just going down the list.
What about Flacco?
Well, Flacco, we're getting closer. So Flacco was second.
I'm going to figure this out when we go to break. I'm going to go to my CBS website because I know it's probably better.
We officially have one.
Do we? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you start at 1 and end up at 10, then someone's going to be there. Sam Darnold. I never said Arnold.
Oh, and now we're just going through all the numbers. Going one,
guys.
2, 10.
Dad, you already got it right at one
You've
point.
already got it right at 1 point.
When we come back, we'll figure things out. Maybe. It's Kevin Karius Show with Donnie P. Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Sports 1440 is your front row seat to the wild world of sports. Local legends, national headlines, and everything in between. Your game, your station. This is Sports 1440.
Legacy Heating and Cooling is the only place to call for heating your home. So when it's time to replace your old furnace,
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
or for 24-hour repair with no overtime rates. Legacy even heats your shower with hot water tanks.
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
And with no interest and no payments for 1 year, it could only be Legacy Heating and Cooling.
I'm Rick Showers from Noble RV, and I know a lot about how RVs work. I post videos on Facebook every week showing the weak points and how failures can occur. But even I don't winterize my own RV.
What are you saying, Rick? You don't think you could do it?
Oh, sure, Bob, I could do it, but I couldn't do it at a professional level. When you expect your RV to survive the harsh northern Alberta winter, this is no place for hobbyists. And I don't service used RVs all day, every day. Instead, I hired people smarter than me to do that sort of work. That's the team that winterizes my trailer, the same team that'll winterize yours.
Your RV service team works 12 months of the year repairing and maintaining used RVs.
That's right, Bob. If you want your RV working right in the spring, the real work happens now, in the fall. Our winterization packages start at just $99, and that includes a full report in writing. No surprises, just the great outdoors waiting for you when the last of the snow melts.
And that's Noble.
NobleRV.ca.
New Year with a Canadian country legend. December 31st, in concert at the Silent Ice Center in Nisku. Brett Kissel. She drives me crazy. Multiple CCMA and Juno Award winner, platinum selling recording artist, and top 10 hitmaker. Celebrate the new year in Alberta, country style. Bring your friends, your cowboy boots, and your party spirit for a night full of hits, celebration, and unforgettable memories. The countdown to 2026 starts with Brett Kissel live on stage. Get your tickets now at silenticecenter.com/events.
This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, a proud presentation of Sports Select.
In store or online at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
Oh, a classic from Trooper Donnie. This is way before your time. You know the gist of the song?
I do.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Now, has this happened to you personally before?
It is not, but it's happened to a very good buddy of mine. And let's just say he wasn't too happy. Didn't exactly handle himself the best. I'm not going to expose the guy. But
well, why not?
Well, actually, I'll expose the guy. I'm not going to say the name anyways, but he's picking the girl up, walks, sees her walk out of the door. He takes his car, obviously picks her up.
Yeah.
Does a, let's just call it 10-minute drive.
Mm-hmm.
And then says, "Oh, no. My mom's calling me. I have a,
oh, so he bailed
an
on
appointment," and he bailed.
That's not very nice. Maybe she
gutless.
Maybe she was a nice person.
Absolutely gutless. But yeah, no, I'm sure she was a very nice lady, but yikes, not a good look from him. He's lucky that I'm not soiling his good name here.
Okay. Here we go. So someone texted in as well and said, this is like the blind leading the blind with our trivia question. And you might as well be correct with that. The question is, okay, full PPR. Where did Sam Darnold finish yesterday? In full PPR, slotted in as far as his PPR, full PPR, and 6 points per touchdown, which is most leagues, 6 points for passing touchdown. Where did he slot in as far as points in fantasy in week 9? So that's the question. Where did Sam Darnold finish? So the information that Josh was relaying was incorrect. Well, hey, come on. You guys are on me.
Wellness.
You guys are on me, man. So
but we did the math in the break.
Okay.
And we've determined where we know he is.
The correct
definitive
answer is going to be coming in. So send it our way again. Sorry for not clarifying. We will tell you that Caleb Williams from the Chicago Bears had the #1 fantasy performance yesterday. Almost, he might be close to the high point for the year in a week. It could, I don't know what, if someone cracked the 50-pointer this week. Just trying to think. It's obviously a quarterback that did. The highest receiver, I think, was when Jamar Chase had that monster game with receptions. Caleb Williams could have the high score for the year in a week. So you could imagine who #2 is. Joe Flacco, because that game there was 100 points scored. And they went right down to the wire. How about that tackle on Loveland at the end, or lack thereof? Oh boy, wasn't that something? All right. So if you have an answer, send it our way. 833-401-1440. Bowers was good. MTR says, a couple other guys said Bowers with tight end premium was 49.3. Well, we're just talking normal scoring. Just normal scoring. Bowers had a hell of a game. He would have been at, what would he have been at? 38, 39, 40? Bowers was 43.3. Man.
Hell of a day if you had Brock Bowers.
I mean, 3 receiving TDs, 12 receptions, 127 receiving yards. That might be up with Chase, where Chase was too, no?
Yeah, Chase was very, very close to that. I think Bowers just barely beat him off. To double check.
You know what I might have that number, but we've basically said what the top 2 are, right? We've gone with Flacco at 2. We've gone with Williams at 1.
Mm-hmm.
So where would that leave a lot of people thinking where a guy like Sam Darnold would slot in? What do you think, Donnie? No sniff?
Just to deduce here.
38.1 is Jamar Chase's high watermark. Glenn says he was tied for a number. No, I think he's right on his own at 3, is he not? Oh, we just gave away the answer. Oh, no. Well, listen, we've had everything from 1 through 12 that's been sent in. Thanks to the way this was been worded.
Worded?
Wake up.
Wake up, you guys. You guys are taking me down with you. Holy
Okay,
cow.
Mr. Sam Arnold.
JP says, I'm seeing 5 on multiple sites. Well, what site are you looking at, JP? Full PPR, 6 points for a touchdown. Cat Dead says 6. Incorrect.
This might be a legacy screw-up segment.
Well, it's actually kind of 2 segments, is it not?
It is.
Yeah. RBS second behind Caleb, just in front of Lamar. No. The rig says, sorry, I missed the question. Well, I don't think we could say it any more than what we have. Oddball's mad at Josh for swearing on the air.
I didn't swear.
Yes, you did.
I said damn.
No, you said gee, damn.
Oh, well.
Harry Doyle, remember? That's what Oddball. That was they don't call him the best color guy in the league for nothing. You got anything, Dad? Nope.
Sure I can.
Pod says Sam Donald. Sam Donald finished 5th. Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah. Ed was the guy that said the blind leading the blind. I don't know. So do you want to reveal the answer? Hey, do you want to tell us?
We've already revealed the answer.
Some people are still standing in the wrong ones. Come on, you guys.
It's third.
Third. So you're going to figure out who the correct person is, Donnie, because there's only about 75 texts that have come in.
I will sort through this absolute mess.
There are more texts on this because people have changed their answer probably 12 times the way things have happened.
Cat Dad went 1 through 12.
How about that? Yeah. Rockford says, was I the first correct answer? He might be. It could be going to Rockford.
He actually maybe we'll double check here, but this is a disaster.
This is first guess.
Of
first
monumental proportions.
A debacle of monumental proportions. So, Donnie, you are going with Dallas minus 5.5 tonight?
No, I'm going with Dallas minus 3.5 as it suggests on Sports Select.
Okay. Perfect. That sounds good. Josh, would you like to add anything on this because of this, the way this has been going on here?
Well, Josh Arnold, what else can you say about the guy? Great performance yesterday. I'm still upset with the Bengals. I don't know what the people want from me.
Man, the Bengals defense. I mean, I don't blame Chase Brown, actually. It's not the right way to go about it. Publicly calling them out with a bunch of F-bombs in there, but man, like that defense, it's like Stevie Wonder's out there. Like they can't do anything. They get maybe 3 stops in a game. Maybe you'll win some.
It should have never got to that point, though.
No, it shouldn't have.
Yeah. I mean, it should have never got to the point where you're up 14 points, 2 scores with 2 minutes and change left, and you give up the touchdown, which is okay. That happens. But you got to get the onside kick and then 2-point convert here as well. I mean, man.
Frenzy has been dogging on Loveland all season just for him to rip off a 58-yard reception to beat the Bengals with 12 seconds left in the game.
I drafted him. I dropped him 2 weeks ago because I was done waiting. I picked up Gadsden. I was cooking.
You got Gadsden, eh?
I got Gadsden.
How did he do this week?
Like 11-8, I think, is what he had, something like that. But the week before was more than worth it. And he's been an absolute stud since I picked him up. But like Colston Loveland, it's about damn time they used their 10th overall pick. Like seriously, I don't understand why it took them so long to use their 10th overall pick, just wasting away half the year being their 7th option.
Adam Schefter reporting 3 minutes ago now that Packers tight end Tucker Kraft did in fact tear his ACL, which was originally feared by Matt LaFleur in the post-game availability. So, I mean, he's gone for the year. Tough news for the Packers. I mean, he was turning into upper echelon tight end. Man, he was having some good weeks here down this, in the middle part of the season here. So now, I mean, in Green Bay, you lose at home to Carolina, And that's a double whammy. That is a tough hit for sure. JP comes in and says Darnold was number 6 on ESPN.
This is a debacle.
I don't know. I personally think this segment has gone swimmingly.
So
I think the question was worded perfectly.
No, it was not. I mean, it is awful. Glenn says, quit asking questions about fantasy PPR. Ask normal sports questions. You can do better. From Pickles, I guess. I don't know. What's wrong, Glenn? It's not like we're doing this all for hours on end. For a few minutes, and we still talk about craft. We still talk about other stuff. It's a 4-hour show, Glenn, or Pickles. Well, is that his name or what? He texted in Glenn and Pickles.
I mean, listen, his name on the text line is Glenn. I have no idea why this guy's now wanting to change his name to Pickles on the text line.
Nothing wrong with Pickles. Boy, you have a nice dill, eh?
Pickles, when I hear someone try and call themselves Pickles, I just think of someone who's 5 years old naming their pet cat.
Wow. You know what?
That's an orange tabby cat for
This
sure.
has been sort of informative, sort of not. But the best thing about this segment, you guys, it's over.
I couldn't agree more.
Top of the hour, we got Jensen Lewis from VSiN Live. He's our headliner of the day. We're going to talk baseball, put a little bow on the 2025 season. It was a hell of a year. Just a bit short, just a tiny bit short for the Blue Jays. Before that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by AWS Welding Supplies in Nisku. Product sales, servicing, calibrating, free same-day delivery of in-stock items to Leduc, Nisku, and South Edmonton. Your one-stop shop for all things welding. AWSwelding.ca. Here's Donnie P.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
It is game day as the Oilers. They travel to St. Louis to take on the Blues. Puck drop going just after 6:30. Stuart Skinner expected for the Oilers and Jordan Bennington expected for the Blues. Other NHL games around the league. The Leafs, they're hosting the Penguins. The Canucks travel to Nashville. The Blackhawks battle the Kraken. The NFL Monday nighter. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys. NFL news. Tucker Kraft has torn his ACL. The Packers tight end is now out for the rest of the season. The Miami Dolphins are trading edge Jalen Phillips to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 3rd-round pick. A couple games around the NBA. The Boston Celtics, they host the Utah Jazz. The Wizards, they take on the Knicks. And the Pacers play host to the Milwaukee Bucks. Coming up on Sports 1440, we have VSiN Live's Jensen Lewis. I'm Donovan Paulson. That's your Sports 1440 update.
1440, Stingray radio station. CHJR broadcasts from West Edmonton Mall and Wetaskiwin.
Download the free Stingray music app and listen wherever you go.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Bring in the new year with a Canadian country legend. December 31st, in concert at the Silent Ice Center in Nisku. Brett Kissel. She drives me crazy. Multiple CCMA and Juno Award winner, platinum-selling recording artist, and top 10 hitmaker. Celebrate the new year in Alberta, country style. Bring your friends, your cowboy boots, and your party spirit for a night full of hits, celebration, and unforgettable memories. The countdown to 2026 starts with Brett Kissel live on stage. Get your tickets now at silenticecenter.com/events.
This is Andrew Walker, host of the postgame show on Sports 1440. After every hockey game this season, tune in and chime in as we talk about the game. It's all sponsored by Legacy Heating and Cooling. Don't get left in the cold. Visit legacyheating.ca.
I'm getting McDonald's. You want anything?
Oh, yeah. I'll get I've got to get 2 cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium fountain drink for $9.99. Hey, maybe I'll eat 1 cheeseburger right away and save one for later. Maybe I'll stack them and eat them both at once. Options. Oh, delicious, delicious options.
So 2 cheeseburgers, fries, and drink?
How'd you know?
You were thinking out loud again. Get yourself a 2 cheeseburger meal for just $9.99 plus tax for a limited time only at participating McDonald's restaurants.
With over 30 years of sports experience, this is the Kevin Karius Show, brought to you by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program, 10 o'clock in Edmonton on a Monday morning. And time now for the headliner of the day, brought to you by Mr. Rooter Plumbing, the plumber to call when the toilet mysteriously breaks after your jalapeno pepper popper fueled game night with the fellas. That's mrrooter.ca as we welcome back Jensen Lewis from Vison Live, MLB Network. Morning, Jensen. You're with Kevin Karius. Once again, thanks for jumping on Sports 1440 to put a kind of a bow on the 2025 World Series and Major League Baseball season. Really appreciate it, man.
Anytime, buddy. Boy, what a ride. And just, I think a finale for the books. Not only just the way that the final frames of Game 7 transpired, the bonus time into extra innings to have it decided. I still don't know how Kike Hernandez and Andy Pages did not collide going into left center field in the ninth inning. It's still surreal, even watching that back. But listen, Toronto fans around and also everyone in Canada should be so proud of the show that not only Toronto put on, the Blue Jays organization, first class all the way. As I said, one for the memory books, arguably one of the greatest World Series we'll ever see.
So, I threw that out at the top of the show, Jensen. Is it a top 3 World Series? Is it a top 5? Is Game 7 the best Game 7 in World Series history? Where do you stand on all that?
Yeah, again, I'm a Cleveland Indian fan through and through. Grew up, born and raised, diehard. Was able to wear the jersey and represent the organization. And I remember the one that caused me to cry, probably the same way Ernie Clement did after that Game 7 was, down in 1997 when it was the Indians and the Marlins. And I cannot get out of my head Edgar Renteria walking off the Marlins against one of my childhood idols and Charlie Nagy. That was one that will stick with me forever. But yeah, I think it had a little bit of everything, right? And you look at just how that game started, the decisions that each manager had to make, all the starting pitching, and take it from a bullpen guy. We're the forgotten people when it comes to Game 7 usually because it's all hands on deck. But to see just, Bo Bichette hitting the 3-run home run and the electricity of that building. And of course, the comeback, just so many bobs and weaves and near misses. Vladdy being just half a shoe closer to home plate. And maybe it's a difference in hoisting a trophy, but yeah, I would say it's at least a top 5 for me. There's not many that you can go around, at least in the modern era, growing up and kind of seeing, where things transpired there. So a lot of candidates, and this one will certainly be one of them.
Yeah, the 91 series was great. A lot of the older generation go back to 75, right, Jensen, and the Reds and Bo Sox, but it was one for the ages, for sure. Before we get to a lot of the J stuff, I just got to ask you about Yoshi Yamamoto and how the heck does a pitcher that throws 96 pitches on Friday be able to go and throw 34 more on Saturday?
Just pure will. And it's something that I kind of had to look back on. And it's not just, under 24 hours. Heck, probably he didn't even get 12 hours rest, just knowing mentally everything you have to go through, the physical rehab and everything to kind of get yourself back to be able to be not only able to throw, Kevin, but you're talking about a guy who had injuries, throughout the year, had to deal with having to come back from that. Someone who was so critical to their success, not only down the stretch, but also through this postseason run. And ironically, he's the guy that threw the first pitch of the year in Japan. He throws the last pitch of the season. So just one of those things you'll never see again. He earned a win in 9 different months. Think about 9 months. He earned a win, from March to November. And it's just one of the statistics that blows your mind, just to be able to have not only the health, right, to be there and throw the first pitch of the season, but also to be there and throw the last one. Truly remarkable.
As a pitcher, then, Jensen, is it his mechanics? Is it maybe not as much torque? Like, how was he able to do that for 2 straight days kind of thing?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the simplicity of the delivery, and he stays so linear to the plate. There's really nothing going east and west. And Jim Bowden and I talked about it on Illinois Network Radio on Sunday on the front office, and he kind of alluded to that as well, was when you look at on the scouting scale, it's an 80 on the 20 to 80 scale as far as his command. And that will allow you to pitch in the big leagues a long time. That'll allow you to pitch in any situation because you know where everything's going pretty much every time it leaves your hand. And we all can't say that as pitchers. It's pretty rarefied air to have the consistency of it. And as you alluded to, just 12, 15 hours after, he went out and threw almost 100 pitches in 6 innings. So crazy to wrap your head around for people and guys like me. We did it at the highest level. To see him do it, he's Superman through and through.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Jensen Lewis with this on Sports 1440. So to the Jays, Jensen, and they had many opportunities to win this game. And, we touched on it earlier in the show that no matter what sport it is, no matter what game it is, it comes down to 5 or 6 plays. And if you can execute those, better chance that you're going to have it winning. Let's go to the 9th inning. And because we've got a lot of people in Canada talking about the 9th inning and IKF on third, the lead off that he had, the lead, that he had on third base. Maybe just get your overall take on how you saw that play develop, because it's getting a lot of legs from both sides here.
Well, and it should, right? I mean, again, is that the reason they lost the series, lost the game? Probably not, but it ends up getting magnified because when you think about just the analytic portion of it and where you should have been and sprint speed, all those things. Yeah, that's one part of it. But I think also the baseball instinct and just baseball 101 fundamentals of secondary leads. And, you got to force the defense to have to make a play, make a throw, all those things that go into it. So 100% agree with Blue Jay fans' angst on that. You look at even just the bases loaded, in game 6, the second and third in game 6. So go back to the night before. The lodge or not lodge ball, thinking about all of those things in which, is that a difference maker too? Ernie Clement, God bless him. Knew he was going to swing early, knew he was going to probably swing at the first pitch. As I said, when that collision didn't happen, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I just can't even think about how those two guys and Kike Hernandez and Andy Pages were able to stand up. I also look too at the Dalton Varsho aspect of it. 20 some odd guys you leave on base. And I mean, hey, these are things when it comes down to, differences in not only ball games, but also, in the series. And then of course, the game-ending double play for a guy that you think about certain guys you want up in situations, and Alejandro Kirk deserves as much credit as anyone for the Jays getting to this point. That's a backbreaker right there, right? First and third with 1 out. Somehow, some way, you got to lift that ball to the outfield and be able to find a way to tie that game. So you're right, missed opportunities. I think about Clement in game 6, Andres Jimenez in game 6 too. When you line into the double play, the game-ending double play there. I mean, again, it's ridiculous athleticism, the wherewithal of Kike Hernandez to play almost 30 feet shallower than at any point, mostly through the season. And then again, that's scouting. That's also anticipation that if Andres Jimenez was going to beat him over his head, then so be it. He was not going to allow that to happen.
Jensen Lewis with us on Sports 1440. That collision that we talked about with Pages and Kike Hernandez, do you think that the Jays, just because of how, the previous play went, that the Dodgers weren't up to snuff? They weren't ready defensively because they were so shallow? Do you think that was because of the previous play, Jensen?
Could have. And also let's think about this too from the managerial standpoint. I mean, if Doc Roberts does not put Andy Pages in that game, the Blue Jays are winning it. I mean, I don't know who else is running that down at that distance, because as we mentioned, with Hernandez playing in the way he was, you could already tell. I mean, his back was the home plate. Like, I don't even think he makes, a Willie Mays-esque catch over his shoulder there. To me, you watch it back 100 times, just the amount of distance that Paz has to cover, the anticipation of that fly ball. If Doc Roberts doesn't make that decision, then perhaps, again, it is a Blue Jay win and a World Series title.
Well, it just was a crazy couple of minutes. And again, that's what made Game 7 so great. When you look at moving forward here now, and I mean, the biggest question with the Blue Jays is Bo Bichette. Jensen, as you know, what would you say the chances are of him re-signing with the Blue Jays? And then what do you think we'd be looking at here?
So the emotional part of me wants to hang on a lot of the reaction that you were hearing, very raw emotion after the game within hours of that season ending. And I mean, to a man, not only the crying, the tears, the outward expression of frustration and sorrow and sadness. I think that lends a lot to where his quote, and I can't remember it verbatim off my head, but it was the biggest lesson or the greatest lesson he's learned in his pro career and his big league career about the love that each of those guys had, and pulling on the rope in the same way. And Kevin, I'm here to tell you, you don't find, and it's not just baseball. I mean, we're together 210, 215 days out of the year, and you wear on each other. It's just the nature of it. Married people for 20 years can tell you, like, there's just times you need your free time. It was the furthest thing from the truth, where these guys wanted to be around each other. They wanted to hang with each other. There was, I think, even a more elevated level of support guy to guy than maybe I've ever seen. Saw some quotes even from the wives and the girlfriends of these guys. I mean, it really transcended not just coming to work every day, but this was truly a unique group. And so to roundaboutly kind of answer your question on Bo, there's an economic component to it. We all know that. But I think Mark Shapiro, Ross Atkins have themselves in a position to offer him a handsome extension. And what just transpired will leave, I think, a lasting impression on Bo Bichette of, like, we certainly have unfinished business here. You're already on record as saying this is where I wanted to be from the beginning. So I would want to take him at his word for it. I know the economics will obviously come in play. But man, just knowing how close you were within outs of winning a world championship, where it all started for you, I think that is going to be something that really factors into his decision.
We saw that here, Jensen, with the Oilers when they lost 2 years ago, and you saw guys go, we're so close, man. We're so close. We love everyone in the room. So I think you might see something like that come into play again. As far as the pitchers go, I mean, you look at, Max Scherzer looks like he still has something left. Sure feels like he wants to pitch again. Same with Bassett. What do you think about those two guys here?
Boy, you have a little bit of the hard part answered, right? Because with the emergence of Trey Savage and what Kevin Gausman put together and just another scintillating season, you feel like you have answers in the top two. And you would think that Jose Barrios remains a pretty viable mid to upper level starter with what he put together as well. They have internal options. I think you and I talked throughout the second half of the season. The emergence of Eric Lauer, Bowden Francis, too, will factor into not only their offseason plans, but if they have to go again, if you have to go with the top five that we just mentioned right there, man, you're in a really good spot. You obviously want to have a guy like Bassett because it's just an innings eater. It's a consistency. It's, man, you already know, pencil him in every fifth day, and it's there for you. So I think that's a guy that, again, will get, as we all know, free agent starting pitching is an expensive commodity. He has earned the right to go out there and see what the market may bear. So I would imagine that of the two, Chris Bassett makes more sense for what he can bring you from a health perspective and an effectiveness outlook too. While I think Scherzer is going to be a wild card, man. It's a matter of, is he that convinced, that you're there and coming back? And then it takes two to tango, right? This front office is going to look at finances and say, well, our priority is Bo. And then also, what do we have after that? What is the price it's going to take? If indeed you do get him across the line, what's left there? And so I think there could be a little domino effect once we have an answer on Bo Bichette.
Maybe not with the Jays, but still with Bassett. After you saw him come out of the bullpen, is there a chance at this stage of his career, Jensen, do you think a guy like that could go into, even a closer role? Does he have that kind of stuff where maybe a team would go, we might bring you in and who knows, you could be closing for us?
Yeah, I think any starter worth their salt would never want to give up the opportunity to do it. And I think of, certain instances in which, Jabba Chamberlain back, my rookie year was just as shut down a setup guy as there was. And a lot of us were thinking, man, like, And if it ain't brought, you're the heir apparent to Mariano Rivera. Like that's a pretty nice, understudy role to be in, man. But then you got, the opportunity to get stretched back out, and it was what it was. It really didn't transpire, I think, even the way that he had hoped for it. I think of more modern day examples. The easy one is Clay Holmes, right? As a closer, ends up transitioning, to a starter. So we've seen it from the relief to the starting side. I think he would have to be in a position where he's just so ineffective, Kevin, for whether it is Toronto, whether it is wherever his destination lies here in 2026, is that's a last resort. But I think he's got that in his back pocket going into negotiations and saying, guys, if it doesn't work, I'm happy to move on to that. But man, I think someone is going to want to compensate him to get him into a position to give a lot of innings to their ball club.
One last one for you, Jensen, and our co-host Eddie Steele brought this up earlier this morning about Vladimir Guerrero, and he said, "Did we just watch this guy grow up in front of our eyes this year?" And he's not a young guy anymore; he's 26. But with the contract, with everything else, and how he handled that, maybe just do you think that's a fair and a good statement by our Eddie Steele?
Yeah, it's not often that you see a record-breaking contract maybe pay for itself in the first season. I mean, to give a human being $500 million, that is a commitment beyond a lot of our wildest imaginations. And heck, that's on the back end of seeing Shohei Ohtani get upwards of $700 million. But I think for a person that not only means so much to a community and an organization, but I think we can say it now to a country. And it is so cool to see him come through in the biggest of spots. And that's what you pay for, at least on the surface, is our superstar must lead us. He is the face of a franchise, and he's going to be here for what you hope is the rest of his career. Not only did he grow up, but he, I think, helped others around him grow. And that's worth every penny as well, is you want to make guys around you better. You want to make them come back and be part of something special. And at the very least, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. wowed us. And with what he had put together from that postseason, man, the sky's the limit for what he's got ahead of him as well.
Man, Jensen, is always great stuff, great insight. I could talk ball with you for hours and hours and hours. You do such a great job. Thanks for coming on all year. Enjoy this off season. And man, here we go. Spring training in a couple of months. Here we go. So thanks for coming on as always. Thanks, Jensen.
You got it, man. Anytime. 142 days to opening day. Who's counting, man? Cannot wait to get it back underway.
I probably have. Yeah. Thanks, Jensen. Take care, man.
You got it.
That's Jensen Lewis from VSiN Live and Sirius XM Major League Baseball Radio. The guy is just so knowledgeable. And, even just think about what he said about Vladimir Guerrero there at the end, how Eddie said, well, we saw him grow up. You saw the team maybe take a little bit of Vladdy, and they grew up together as well. So great insight. That's the headliner of the day, brought to you by Mr. Rooter, the true goat of local plumbing. That's mrrooter.ca. When we come back, we'll check in with the con man, Connor Halley from Fantasy Frenzy. Maybe we'll talk a couple fantasy questions in there, maybe. I don't know. Plus some other things as well. Kevin Karius, Donnie P, Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440. We're presented by Sports Select. And we're streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Weekly NFL giveaways, drink specials, huge screen TVs. The hits keep coming at First Round, Edmonton's NFL headquarters. Watch NFL football at First Round, and you could win a trip to your favorite NFL city for a regular season game next season. Catch NFL action Thursday nights, all day Sunday, starting with the Pro Bowl brunch from 10:30 to 2. Then Monday night with half-price boneless wings after 6 p.m. First Round, burgers, beer, sports. Downtown and Bourbon Street, West Edmonton Mall.
Legacy Heating and Cooling jingle auditions, take one for Gene Principe. Are you ready, Gene?
Ready. I'm not just here to make a thermo a couple of bucks. I'd never just microphone it in.
Take one.
Tall legacy, tall legacy.
Nice.
Boom! I'm a musical genius.
Legacy's going to love this for furnace season.
What's not to love with no interest and no Principe payments for 1 year?
Are you always like this?
Yep. Unlike a furnace, I have no filter.
Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Seriously, another door knocker? I really want to go solar, but these high-pressure tactics are exhausting.
And their prices are unbelievable.
Before we do anything, let's call Great Canadian Solar.
There's a better way to go solar. Great Canadian Solar provides honest advice and fair pricing to save you from overpaying. They're easy to deal with and will never put pressure on you to buy. As a trusted local business for over 15 years, Great Canadian Solar will support you in your solar journey. Visit greatcanadiansolar.com and call today to get started.
I'm Rick Showers from Noble RV, and I know a lot about how RVs work. I post videos on Facebook every week showing the weak points and how failures can occur. But even I don't winterize my own RV.
What are you saying, Rick? You don't think you could do it?
Oh, sure, Bob, I could do it, but I couldn't do it at a professional level. When you expect your RV to survive the harsh northern Alberta winter, this is no place for hobbyists. And I don't service used RVs all day, every day. Instead, I hired people smarter than me to do that sort of work. That's the team that winterizes my trailer, the same team that'll winterize yours.
Your RV service team works 12 months of the year repairing and maintaining used RVs.
That's right, Bob. If you want your RV working right in the spring, the real work happens now, in the fall. Our winterization packages start at just $99, and that includes a full report in writing. No surprises, just the great outdoors waiting for you when the last of the snow melts.
And that's Noble.
NobleRV.ca.
Ever had a problem returning auto parts? At Ed's Auto Salvage in Westlock, we do things differently. Hi, it's Lisa, and we're proud to offer one of the best return policies in the business. When you shop with us, you buy with confidence, knowing that if it doesn't fit or if it's not the right part, we'll make it right. For nearly 50 years, Ed's Auto Salvage has helped Alberta drivers save money, stay on the roads, and shop stress-free. Trust the team that stands behind every part we sell. Visit us at edsautosalvage.com.
Stories, guests, and insights. This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 1022 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Donnie P, Josh Fenwick with you on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We touched on the QR codes, but you can also use the paper selection slips, no problemo. Just give them to your local lotto spot retailer. They'll put them in, they'll spit them out. It's 100% legal. You got to be 18 years plus. Please play responsibly. Text 833-401-1440. Claude, I think he's from Ontario too. Please stop it with all Canada team. We hate the Jays and the Leafs. Come on, Claude. I don't know anyone that hates the Jays, really. You might not like them. You might not cheer for them in the country. There's a few people out on the West Coast, but I think for the most part, and you cannot deny this, Claude. You can't. It was another thing that the whole country got behind. Well, now the Leafs, I'll give you that one, but a lot of people don't like the Leafs. But come on, this was big time in our country, Claude. I think you're out to lunch on this one. As we welcome in, what are you laughing at now, Josh? I mean, I've said a few things this morning, and we welcome in Connor Halley, the con man, and Josh is just laughing at me all morning long.
Your segment. So I said a few things.
Man, oh man.
I like your poppy, by the way. I left mine in my car.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Thank you for the cupcake here. And so it was little Benny's birthday on
Saturday. Yeah, party and real birthday.
Party, real birthday.
His golden birthday.
On the Jays game. I saw, I think you had a picture of him in the, was it Vladdy?
Got the Vlad jersey.
Hat too, right?
Got the hat. The hat we bought him 2 weeks ago, and it doesn't really fit him anymore. His head is growing.
Really?
At a rapid pace.
Oh, no.
It's like his mom and dad. Big head. Jersey still fits though. So yeah, I threw that on there backwards, kind of Griffey style, and snapped a quick pic for him.
Oh, good.
But yeah, he had a good birthday. Cried a lot in the evening, maybe coinciding with the Jays result. But yeah, it was a good time.
Oh man, I mean, Friday I'm sure it was the same. So you're handing out candy and you're watching the Jays at the same time.
I set it up in the garage.
Did you? Oh,
Had
great.
dads and moms like, can I hang around here for a bit? Like, sure.
Well, so same thing, similar. But every person that came up, what's the score or what happened? I think it was 3. It was 1-0, and then quickly 3-0.
Bets hit the double.
Bets
I
hit
think,
the double,
was it?
single, and then with runners and stuff.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's when a lot of people seem to be coming, and they're like, "What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" So
someone in our cul-de-sac, it was unbelievable. I wish I had this idea. Had a projector on their garage and then had a fire set up. So they were sitting out there handing out candy, watching the game. And yeah, we had parents, like they'd go to their house first, then come to ours and be like, this place is awesome. Everyone has the game on here.
Oh man.
Like, yeah, we can't miss it. it's
I
a
would
big
love
deal.
to do that. We don't have a front garage, right?
Mhm.
So it's in the back. But I would have done that in a second.
You should have done like a haunted house. You have to come to the back. And then the back is just the Jays losing.
People would never leave the garage.
Yeah, there had a couple guys lingering, but it was okay.
Man. So yeah, it was a Friday night, and you're going, okay, well, you got another chance on Saturday for the Jays, and then we've been touching on it all morning. Every game, no matter what sport it is, and no matter if it's a championship game or probably any regular season game, will always come down to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays.
Yeah,
and almost in any sport, that's what we saw. Jays had their chances.
Yeah, I mean, I won't lie, Kev. There was times I'm like, are the Dodgers the team of destiny? Like that ball getting stuck under
in game 6.
What are we like the wall mat? Like, and then I guess heady play to just throw your arms up and say that's interference or it's stuck, like dead ball.
Yeah.
Pretty heads up play. And then, going into where I thought, Ernie Clement won the game. Ball's just hanging up there. Angels of Outfield style. We saw a teammate Moss's teammate to go get it. Like it was pretty incredible plays that we saw in that game. And I mean, they proclaimed the Jays the champions, but the foot came off the plate for a little bit and came back down, and just in time. It was hard to tell with all the debris that was kicked up, but yeah, that was it was pretty heartbreaking. I will say we had a lot of people at the birthday stick around to watch the end of the game, and there was at one point like when into extras, a couple of dads are like, "All right, let's crack another beer. Like, let's sit down, hunker down for this one," and then it just ended in disappointment, and everyone kind of just got up quietly and thanks for having us and headed out.
Yeah. I mean, Hoffman, he gave up the dinger to Rojas.
Yeah.
And this is a guy, you look at a guy who, Rojas with that hit and then the play that he made to get the out at home.
Yeah.
In the bottom of the ninth. I mean, Hoffman saying after the game, this is on me. I cost everybody a World Series ring. I get the high road. That's what you want to hear from your teammates, but there were so many other things that happened.
Yeah. It's 7-game series. It doesn't come down to one play.
You're 2 outs away. And it's, it's Rojas and the guy hasn't hit a lick.
9th batter. I'm looking ahead to Shohei already. I'm like, okay, this is the big one.
Wow.
Got to get, and then, we know how it played out, but yeah, it was pretty.
Shohei, he caught one too. It went fairly deep, not deep, but
yeah,
he was, but everyone's reeling and everyone's going bananas by then. But I don't know where this one, like for me, I said to me, game 7 was probably the best game 7 in World Series history.
Mm-hmm.
The World Series as a whole, it's probably top 3 for me.
Yeah.
Maybe even top 2. It could be top 1.
After the 18 games, we had the discussion, like, is this going to go down? And we'll have to see how it plays out. Well, I think it lived up to the hype, obviously going 7 games.
Yeah.
You had extras to win it all. Did you see after the game, the celebration? Kirk's bat was just still laying there.
I saw that.
I'm surprised nobody grabbed that from maybe the Dodgers organization, a little keepsake of their win. But yeah, tough way to lose. And I would agree with you. I think that's like, for me, and biased, of course, had a little more interest in it because it was the Jays. But yeah, one of the best World Series we've seen. I don't think you can argue from someone who has no horse in the race. Like every game, that was pretty enjoyable. You had big moments.
I never watched one lick of the celebration. I
put it to the Oilers game.
Yeah, so did I. And then I watched After Hours with Knobber and Roslovic.
I think I put on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, I don't know. It's funny. Like growing up in Edmonton, obviously Oilers and Jays were my team growing up. And in our group chat, people are like, "You okay, Connor?" Like, yeah, I'm fine. It's just sports. I'm used to the Chargers give me this heartbreak every week. But yeah, it's tough. And now the question asked, what happens with the Jays next? Like, what happens with Bo? Bieber can opt out. So will he be convinced to stay? I would think that people around the league, potential free agents, might say, "Wow, that was unbelievable. I wouldn't mind getting in on that." And I would have loved maybe a depth of bat, say in that game that went to 18 innings, because I did not like their Jays chances in that game
Mm-hmm.
when certain players came out. But I'm curious how the league now, if any perception changes with this team, and you still get paid in American, right?
Yeah.
Stretch that Canadian dollar a little bit further.
Well, I said, we just had Jensen Lewis on. I said, when the Oilers lost their first Stanley Cup final there by, they're a goal away from sending it to overtime. There was that feeling we want to come back, and maybe that happens.
Players came for cheap.
Yeah, maybe like Adam Henrique and things like that.
Skinner,
yeah, exactly.
Arvidsson. Even if they didn't work out at the time, we liked them, right? And then you did lose a couple good young players you'll see tonight, but yeah, I think there might be that look like, okay, I wouldn't mind joining that team.
What do you think if you were to say the odds of Bo Bichette signing, are they 50-50? More? Are they 60-40? I mean, he's looking at either a 7 or 8 year contract.
Yeah.
That the contract, I would say, is going to range anywhere between 190 and 220 million. And that's just by going, depending on years, if you're going 7 or you're going 8.
Yeah.
So I'd say somewhere in that range. And maybe because, I mean, if you look what he did, again, the 3-run home run's massive. He batted, I think he was basically 8 for 24 in the series. Might have been a touch better, 8 for 23, playing on one leg. He did everything they asked of him, and he wanted to play, obviously, too.
Essentially led the league in hits.
Yeah.
You take
4-back or 3-back of Bobby Witt Jr.
with the time missed due to injury.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm paying him. Like, what does he want? Let's get this job done. You look around the league, the other guys who got their contracts in the same age range as Bo. Like, Bo's 24 years old, right? Or wait, 26. Sorry, 24 when he signed his last deal. I would be trying to extend him as long as I can. I would hope that what they went through kind of shows that this is a good spot to be, what he and Vlad had set out to do. But at the same time, I don't recall him saying that he wanted to remain a Blue Jay for his entire career in the same fashion that we heard it from Vlad.
Right.
So,
one more year, 27.
One more. Okay. So, yeah, like I would love to see them find a way to keep him. I think he's really, he's improved defensively. The bat, you can't argue with his production. Or what's a healthy Bo do in the playoffs? I assume
did a lot as it was.
Pretty damn good. So, yeah, I don't know. 50-50 to me. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me to see another team throw a bunch of cash and he leaves. So I'm hoping he stays.
To me, he's the number 2 free agent. Some people have him at 3. I think he's at 2. Tucker's the number 1 free agent because he's an outfielder. But Bo being a shortstop is right up there. Bregman is number 3.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think it falls down a little bit. So, I mean, Donnie P threw Schwarber out there too. But as a DH, I don't think that the Jays have room for Schwarber as a DH. They don't have room for Tucker. And I'm talking about spending $400 or $500 million on a Tucker. And Schwarber's going to get a mid-full too. I don't think that's the route you want to go when you're building this team with the pieces that you have.
I mean,
and Bregman's a no-go here either.
You're trying to build culture, you're saying.
Well, okay, Bregman, where are you going to put him? He's not putting him in a 3rd.
Yeah.
Well, you could. Now what are you going to do? Now Barger's full-time outfielder.
Yeah.
Okay, that means Springer's your full-time DH, which is basically the way it was. But you got, that flexibility's gone. Like the Red Sox didn't need Bregman.
Yeah.
They had their guy, So and
yeah,
Bregman,
how'd that work out?
So and Schwarber now Springer's an outfielder every night, every game.
Not at this age.
No. So they just don't have that. Their roster construction doesn't work for me anyway. Donnie says that he's signing Schwarber at all costs, Donnie.
I think Kyle Schwarber is one of the most underrated playoff players of this generation. You look at his home runs in the playoffs, it's unbelievable. Kyle Schwarber immediately, look at, he's going to get probably second place MVP votes as a basically full-time DH in the National League. And the only reason he's not going to win it is because there's this guy named Shohei Ohtani. Kyle Schwarber is the guy I would go after at all costs. I don't really care.
If you're upgrading,
you're absolutely
you get the better player. At the end of the day, you win, right?
Okay, so who's not in the lineup then?
Well, I know you have the
So Schwarber is your everyday DH.
Yes.
Every day.
I have no problem. I could even play him in the outfield. If George Springer, I know he's a horrific outfielder, but if George Springer needs a day off, you just flip-flop him back and forth. And I look at it as, could you potentially move off the aircraft carrier of Anthony Santander? Could you potentially, like, if I'm sacrificing, I'd sacrifice Addison Barger if he's playing the outfield in a heartbeat for Kyle Schwarber. I would sacrifice anyone not named George Springer. I don't care. Varsho is, of course, your center fielder, but like, to me, it doesn't matter. You just, you take your team to the next level with a guy who can hit 50 home runs in his sleep.
I just don't.
Well, he's done it once in his career.
Yeah. I don't think it's there, Donnie. Sorry. I mean, I understand, and I think Schwarber can hit the piss out of the ball. I just don't think it's the right fit for this team right now.
Would he be interested in Toronto?
They were his second choice last time.
Should have been his first.
The only reason he didn't come here is because the Jays didn't offer him $2 million extra.
Oh, that's a cop-out. That's a cop-out.
Oh, come on now.
Hey, they offered him $20 million. The Phillies gave him 22.
Yeah, $2 million. He'll miss it. That's a cop-out.
That
would have gone further in Canada, too.
NFL
Yes.
Sunday and weekend. We never even touched on it. Your buddy Joe Alt is down, eh?
Yeah. But, you know, depending on what it is, high ankle sprain again. I thought that was dirty.
Did you?
That guy flew like 5 feet into Alt's ankle. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. They're saying there's been other players talking about like they've had similar injuries, had a surgery, and it could lead to a quicker rehab, like 3 weeks. But yeah. And Bobby Hart, another tackle goes down who nobody knew who he is, but he was playing okay for them.
I swayed Eddie Steele this morning. At the start of the show, I said there's no way that Jaden Daniels should have been in the game with 7 minutes left with the score 38-7. And Eddie's like, he said, no, he was very firm on about playing. And then the more we talked about it, the more we discussed it, the more you looked at all options and everything else. He was kind of switching over. I mean, so he's going to be gone for a while.
That elbow is dislocated.
Oh, yeah. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Wow.
I watched it too many times.
I know.
Probably. Just like, is it bad? You know, Khalil Mack, I thought he was done for the year. Different position, obviously. You're not going to see Jaden Daniels out there with a huge JJ Watt elbow protector, but I'm with you though. But I think Eddie should have that mindset, like a former defensive lineman. Like, I want my quarterback out there. He's part of the team. He's got to fight through it. He's also in his second year, and the game's over.
The game's over, and he was pounded and he was physically pounded by the Seahawks.
When he gets hit because he's a thin frame. Sure. Like, go back, watch his LSU hits. He gets blown up. Like, he's flailing everywhere. So
I said, I get it, Eddie. I understand where I get where you're coming from that player perspective, but it's up to the coaching staff to go, you know what, and he wasn't healthy going in.
Oh, I'm with you. Like, I think Eddie should have that perspective as a former player, and you, a media guy, me as well, a skeptic. Like, what are you doing? He's your franchise player, and you're leaving him out there in this game. Hey, remember when RG3 got hurt? 5-yard line against Seattle? 5-yard line.
Several guys talk about
people
this
like that. It's a little eerie how that happens.
Several
but
guys
I'm totally with you. And this year's Commanders are not the same version of the Commanders we saw last year.
They caught lightning in a bottle last year. And how many people said they were going to have a drop off this year?
I mean, we roll in different circles. Yeah. I had people believing in them.
Oh, really? Oh,
I mean, they brought back Wagner and Ertz. The guys are ready to run it back, and it hasn't gone that way.
Wagner's 75 years old.
He's still making tackles though. Still the thickest neck in the league, perhaps. But I'm with you. It's not good, and I think coaching staff has to have a better realization. Like, live to fight another day. This is dumb.
Yeah, the Kansas City Buffalo game was the number one game on the docket.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it lived up to the expectations.
In my head, I was like 27-24.
Oh, okay.
That's how this one ends.
Yeah.
And it was close-ish. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. It still came down to kind of the end of the game where the Chiefs had a chance. But it wasn't the game we've seen in the past, like maybe the 35-35 type thing with 2 minutes left. And they're, Allen and Mahomes leaving drives down the field, but pretty impressive game. Shout out to the Bills for getting it done at home, helping out the AFC West, giving the Chiefs another loss. But
it
was I enjoyed that one. Yeah, love that.
You like that. And you know what?
Love the Jags beating the Raiders too. What a game.
But you like the fact that every one of the divisions, like besides the Chargers, but Denver,
nice comeback.
They're winning ugly right now.
Yeah, but no, well, to spin it, good teams win close games, right? I know the Texans, like in CJ Stroud, hope he's okay. That was a huge hit he took, but they can rush, they can cover. Defensively, they do some really good things. So I get, Bo Nix does need to be better. 18 of 37, not good enough, but that Houston Texans defense, I think, is quite strong. So they'll do that to teams.
That Chicago-Cincinnati game, like you got to think, like you saw the comments too from Chase Brown, even Jamar Chase on the sidelines and everything after.
Yeah, walking through the tunnel.
They're just had it. I mean, and it's not like they hadn't had it before.
What did they expect? They did this to themselves. They went out there like you could have moved on from T. Higgins and looked to add defensively. You could have drafted a player who actually produced in college and paid him the money. At least if you love his upside and everything, let's get him to camp on time and train him and let him learn these things.
Wasn't that on the player though?
I think it's on both.
Yeah.
But if the team drafted him, and look up his college numbers. I don't know if you have it in front of you. Shamar Stewart in college.
I don't.
Was it 4 sacks?
Yeah,
like this guy didn't have production. They were drafting him on traits and ability, and then didn't bring him into their camp in time to enhance those traits and abilities. So I don't know. Like the Bengals, they put themselves. It's like the meme of the guy putting the stick in his bike and then blaming someone else. Like, who did this? You did it to yourself. Your offense is fantastic. Well, it doesn't matter if it's Joe Burrow or Joe Flacco. Like, they're going to move the ball, but you can't tackle. You gave Colston Loveland his breakout play, and we were not dogging on Colston Loveland. I think Josh said that. I don't think Fantasy Frenzy's...
Donnie P released him.
I don't think we've mentioned Colston Loveland because he's been irrelevant all year. And then the Bengals give him life because they forget how to tackle with the game on the line. They bounce him up to let him keep on running.
Yeah.
Heck of a player. It's going to be good, but...
Donnie released him in fantasy.
Well, but can you blame him?
Well, I
wasn't doing anything. They have that team has DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Cole Kmet. They drafted Luther Burden, and then they didn't need a tight end. They could have added defense, but neither here nor there. Heck of a play by him.
Okay, if I told you in that game, Chicago game, if you had a Dunze,
yeah, I did,
and you had him, and he had 0 points, and
I thought he got hurt.
Well, that's why I was looking for the Red Cross, man. That's what I was looking for. Like, how is that possible?
Could cost me my league. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how a team goes up there and scores 47. But as I just mentioned, like the Bears do have a lot of weapons, right? And the running the backfield's not terrible itself. How do you put up all those points without getting Roma Dunze? If he had 3 targets, just nothing going on there for him. Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I can't wait till you have Gregor in because he's trailing in his game in our Doopies League by 5 points. Sorry, he's up by 5 points.
Okay.
My correction. He's up by 5 points. He's got the Arizona kicker, Ryland.
Yep.
And the guy he's playing has George Pickens.
5 points.
So even if your kicker can
That's
get
close.
if your kicker can get you 7.
Yeah.
Call it 7. Pickens is Gregor's got to be concerned.
I'm going to call it 12.
Yeah.
12 from your kicker.
12.
I think he's going to put up a big game.
The kicker?
Yeah.
Why?
I just got a belief in him.
Well, the problem is that when you're going up against the Cowboys, you're probably gambling a lot on 4th down, no?
You guys do PPR, right?
Yeah.
So Pickens.
But it means Pickens is gone. He rifles off 30 and then he gets 5.
Well, that's it. CD Lamb's back too, so maybe a few more looks going that way. They got Ferguson, who's always going to be a threat.
Your buddy MTR just said about Shamar Stewart. Look at his numbers this year. He'll puke.
Well, that we didn't even have to be said.
Yeah.
I want to find his college numbers for you because college contract. That's not what I'm searching. His stats were so bad. And like everyone knew that. Everyone knew that you get those guys that 12 sack seasons back to back, and it's like, okay, this guy's going to be a lock. Sorry, Sports References verifying that I'm a human. And then I just think Shamar Stewart, like the traits were there, good size, good speed, but he never did it at college. Like playing at Texas A&M, 4.5 sacks in 3 seasons.
So
each year he had 1.5 sacks, 1.5. As a senior, 1.5. His tackles for loss numbers jumped up okay, but like you see the elite guys in college have like 20 plus tackles for loss. He had 5.5.
Yeah.
People loved him at the combine. Like I said, we've seen this in the past, but
here comes trouble. Oh no. Our 2 favorite listeners to the show.
But yeah, it was I thought it was a questionable pick at the time, hoping for upside. He could bounce back, but he needs coaching, and it's not a developmental league, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Come on in, Kev. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're live. Yeah. Thanks for the text this morning. Kevin Lowe in the studio. He brought in Cam Tate. Look at Cam. Oh, okay. Come on. Stop it now.
Tater's leaving.
Good stuff, Con man. What's coming up on the Gregor Show today?
Good question. We got Brownie in studio from 2 till 4,
Mhm.
and then we'll do something with St. Louis. Kevin Woodley from Angle Magazine, Spec, and then a pregame at 5:30, right? Because the game gets going at
5:30
6:30.
pregame.
I'll be out of here at 5:25. You'll see me ripping down
Gonzo
178.
Alonso. Yeah. Lines just coming out. Podkolzin, Draisaitl, and Frederick on the line.
Now, do you have anything about?
No, I want to see Donnie had in or out that Jack Roslovic will be on Leon's right side for the remainder of the year. I wanted to see the look on his face over there.
Remainder of the year. That's bold.
It was mainly just like he will be the primary winger of Leon Draisaitl.
I hope so, but that blender gets going. You never know.
It could change tonight.
I was gonna are they going 11-7?
No, so it's RNH, McDavid, Mangiapane, but Podkolzin, Draisaitl, Roslovic, Savoy, Henrique, Frederick, Howard, Philp, Lazar. So Tomashik and Lazar are the guys that are sort of in and out, back and forth. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Wallman, Kulak, Emerson. Pickard gets the start tonight, so Skinner goes tomorrow in Big D.
Cool.
And that's probably the right call because
good against Ottinger.
Stu plays well against Ottinger. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that as well. 5 questions.
Thanks for the muffin, man.
I iced that. How do you think it looks? Does it look like grass?
You did this, really?
Well, Ashley made the cupcakes, and then I had to ice them.
Okay.
I have a background in a bakery, so
yeah,
a little rusty.
Well, yeah. Thanks, Conman.
Thank you.
Have a good show. Have a good day, buddy.
You as well.
That's Connor Halley from Fantasy Frenzy. He'll be with us at the top of the hour, and the Jason Gregor Show as well. Did I scare you there, Donnie, with saying that Frederick was up with Leon and Pods?
You didn't scare me.
Oh, you looked, Donnie. I saw.
The only look that was on my face was just get the hell out of here.
A look of dismay.
It was a look of disgust. It was a look of Kevin stop trying to pull these on me. And
I was trying to get Donnie to fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, you'd have to try a lot harder to get me to fall for the old banana in the tailpipe.
All right. We're back to wrap things up. Plus, I can have the Con Man's cupcake during the break. Kevin Karius, Donnie P., Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
I'm getting McDonald's. You want anything?
Oh, yeah. I'll get I've got to get 2 cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium fountain drink for $9.99. Hey, maybe I'll eat 1 cheeseburger right away and save one for later. Maybe I'll stack them and eat them both at once. Options. Oh, delicious, delicious options.
So 2 cheeseburgers, fries, and drink?
How'd you know?
You were thinking out loud again. Get yourself a 2 cheeseburger meal for just $9.99 plus tax for a limited time only at participating McDonald's restaurants.
Just think, Kevin Karius has been covering Edmonton sports since before TikTok, Twitter, texting, and the Titanic. We may have made that last one up. Check out Karius in the mornings on Sports 1440. Your game, your station.
Prostate cancer affects 1 in 6 men in Alberta, and this November we're fighting back. Every dollar raised fuels early detection and life-saving support. Donate today for the men in our province. Visit keepitinalberta.ca to start your fundraiser or donate today.
Hey, Gary, is that your dad?
No, this is Evan, the new sales rep I hired.
Oh.
First impressions matter, but when hair loss takes over, it can feel like you're not being seen for the maverick you truly are. Hi, I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. At Advanced Hair and Skin Surgery, we know that hair loss is more than just a cosmetic issue. It's personal. Let's discuss all the cutting-edge options available so you can make a great impression every time.
Book a free consultation today at drvanceelliott.com.
This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, a proud presentation of Sports Select.
In store or online at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 10:49 in Edmonton. I got my I just had half of Connor's kids Benny's cupcake. Very moist, refreshing. Got a minty flavor with the icing because it was kind of like a green thing on the top. Did you have one, Donnie, or not?
I have one here. It's not been consumed yet, but I'm eagerly awaiting to dive right in head first into Connor's cupcake.
It's very moist. Very good job done on it. Text 833-401-1440. MTR says he didn't want me not to say that I would ever have Connor's cupcake live on the radio. What? So it's cupcake, man. Hey? No. Come on, man. Come on now. Bad Nib says the Seahawks are definitely the real deal, though. After watching them last night, man, they totally dismantled. Excuse me, Washington. There wasn't anything that I liked about Washington. Like even from the start of the game, they had no sniff, no clue.
I mean, that Seahawks defense is beyond legit.
Yeah.
Like that Seahawks defense, they are more than good enough to win. I look at the Seahawks and I still question their offensive line. I think that's a valid concern with the Seahawks. But like they're a really good team. I thought they'd be kind of the middle of the pack, but they've really, really impressed me. And Sam Darnold, like all the credit in the world to Sam Darnold. I was still doubting the fact that, could he repeat it?
Mm-hmm.
No, Sam Darnold is beyond legit now.
Gregor had the Seahawks defense on the bench last night in favor of Jacksonville. That's poor managing.
I mean, clearly he's just not a good enough manager.
Another guy, Big Baldy, I think I've mentioned him. So he's the guy that had Caleb Williams, Loveland, and also a Dunze in the lineup. So he has the Vikings defense, and he's thinking, well, I'm not going to. So he goes out and gets what defense on waivers and plugs them in? The Commanders. They did get the interception, gives him 2 points, but he will suffer a defeat this week. So Gregor's team, do you think he has a chance here, you guys, or not? So George Pickens going for the other guy. Gregor's got Ryland, and Gregor's got a 5-point lead. You'd think that Pickens is going to pick up a dozen points.
Pickens has got that one. Yeah, Pickens for sure.
And that's going to be a tough loss for old Greggs.
Is his team any good?
No. I shouldn't say. When he had the second overall pick, he's got Bijan. Yeah. Burrow got hurt for him, okay? So Burrow got hurt. That's a
tough
kill.
Break.
But he let go of Mark Andrews. Okay, now Tucker's hurt for him, or Tucker Kraft is hurt for him. He's done there, so he needs a tight end. But he also waived Woody Marks way too early.
Yikes.
Because he was an eighth or ninth round pick. It's about patience, Donnie. But he's got JSN. If I were Gregor, he could be getting a lot for JSN here, man. Ooh.
If your team's no good, trading JSN's probably the only way to get your team back in. But man, like you could get the absolute farm for JSN.
Yeah. What's on the rest of the agenda for you fellas today, Donnie?
Well,
You're
for
back
myself,
at 5:30,
obviously
right?
back here at 5:30 for pregame coverage with myself and Walks. But obviously going to take on the old fantasy frenzy again, and it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a fun.
You
one.
can handle it, Don.
Oh,
how do we have things under control for tomorrow? More importantly,
we've got a couple things that we'll have in the fire.
We got Frank Serval.
Oh yeah, of course.
We got Frank at 8:20. Hey.
Yeah, Frankie's at 8:20. At some point during the week, we'll have Raps play-by-play man Matt Devlin.
Oh, good.
He's in the fire for some time a little bit later this week, but yeah, we got things under control. No Frank.
It all comes down to if you remember Frank tonight at like 7:30 when you send out the lineup.
No, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Once again, Oilers in St. Louis tonight. It's McDavid between RNH and Mangiapane. Draisaitl centering Roslovic and Podkolzin. Henrique in the middle of Savoy and Frederick. Then you've got Howard, Philp, and Lazar on the fourth line. Ekholm and Bouchard, Nurse and Wallman, Kulak and Emberson. Pickard starts tonight. That tells you that Stu Skinner will play tomorrow in Dallas, as the Oilers have. The back-to-backs are harder for a lot of when you have a back-to-back out east. I mean, you're just a quick jaunt from Jersey to the Rangers. This is a little bit more from St. Louis to Big D, but that's what every team has to do. Coming up at the top of the hour, it is Fantasy Frenzy with
the former Ross T-Bird,
Connor Halley, and the Duke of whoa, add Donnie P. Whoa, that's 3, 1 per day. That one just slipped off the tongue there, eh? Oh, sorry, Donnie. Then at 12 o'clock, it's the Lowdown with Alan Mitchell. 2 till 6, 5:30, Jason Greger with the Jason Greger Show. Donnie P., Andrew Walker, and Landon Ferrero with the pre-game show here. 5:30 to 6:30, puck drop between the Oilers and Blues at 6:30. Donnie P. and Walks will be back after with the post-game show. Fox Sports all night. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock to bust down the Oilers and the Blues. Hey, thanks everyone for listening. Really appreciate it. Before all that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Loca Quality Market. Your next dinner is ready with Loca Quality Market's gourmet meals. Choose from over 200 chef-prepared meals. Shop local at loca.ca. Again, thanks for listening this morning. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the great texts. A lot of great Blue Jay banter. Man, oh man, it was so close. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Until then, here is Donnie P.
This is the Sports 1440 update.
It is game day as the Oilers travel to St. Louis to take on the Blues. Puck drop going just after 6:30. Cal Pickard getting the start for the Oilers, and Jordan Binnington expected for the Blues. A couple other games around the league. You've got the Toronto Maple Leafs hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Canucks travel to Nashville to take on the Predators. The Blackhawks battle the Kraken. Some NFL news: Tucker Kraft out for the rest of the year with a torn ACL. Jaden Daniels, of course, out indefinitely. And the Miami Dolphins have traded edge Jalen Phillips to the Philadelphia Eagles for a third-round pick. And, of course, the Monday Nighter, the Arizona Cardinals, they're in Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is Fantasy Frenzy with myself and Connor Halley. I'm Donovan Paulson. That's your